Salov now in the high slot. His quick shot, he scores! Nikolai Salov! Oh my goodness! Some bomb right hands in front of the Dasher bench. Pulls his helmet off. Still goal. Now Juwan Davis. His first shot, he scored! Juwan Davis. Jizzle to his backhand. Moving in, he scored! Blake Sewardson, how you doing? Firing up the crowd. Zach Horn in all alone with a breakaway. Walks in, shoots, scores! Zach Horn. Zinchenko towards the goal, shoots, he scores! Bogdan Zinchenko restores the lead. That second of the season goes over the top of the right. A couple more rights to Greco, takes him down and pounds him. Zinchenko with a couple over the top. He's got him against the glass. Bogdan Zinchenko, a healthy diet of rights. My songs know what you did in the dark. My songs know what you did in the dark. So light 'em up. Murphy scores! Brosnan who shoots, he scores! Justin Brosnan, the captain.
Take a hit, shoot me down, shoot me down. I won't ever hit the ground, hit the ground. Playing dead I'll never do. Gotta keep an eye on you. Patience is wearing thin, paper thin. Promises broke again. What a sin, but it only feeds my energy. So don't expect no sympathy. Smoke, fire, it's all going up. Don't you know I ain't afraid to shed a little blood? Smoke, fire, flares are going up, flares are going up. Oh, won't wave my white flag, no. This time I won't let go. I'd rather die than give up the fight, give up the fight, give up the fight, give up the fight.
It's Hockey Night Live from Danville, Illinois. My name's Devin Dobek, along with my broadcast team of Carson Brown and Lincoln Mackin. We're along with you for the season finale of the Watertown Wolves and the Dashers Hockey Club. Let's jump into the tail of the tape right here really quickly. Watertown with a huge come-from-behind win last night. They improved to 26-20-3, going up against the Dashers 245-3. The Dashers have lost now 3 in a row. Wolves snapped their 4-game slide with the win last week. 4.2 goals per game for Watertown this season, 2.2 for the Dashers. Goal differential of plus 16 for Watertown, a minus 180 for the Dashers. The Wolves' power play unit has been a force to reckon with. They're up 0.5% from yesterday, second in the league at 25.4%, 10.6% for the Dashers. On the kill, the Dashers sitting towards the bottom of the league at 67.2%, 80.6% for Watertown. The number 4 team in the Empire versus the number 7 team in the Empire. Watertown has taken the previous 5 matchups this season, but still, we know it's any given night here in the Fed. And we'll actually wait to give you both team starters. The flag bearers are coming out. We're getting ready for the Dashers starting lineup. But once again, another tough one last night for the Dashers. Led 3-0 into the second period. 4 unanswered goals from the Wolves made it 4-3. Jawan Davis tied it 18 seconds later. Then in the third period, he left. He is okay. Maybe a minor concussion and got some stitches, but he is okay. In the house tonight to support his team. But then the Dashers take a lead. TJ Prexler with a hat trick. And then Watertown with 2 goals in the final 4 minutes to win it 6-5 in regulation, including their final goal with 1 second remaining on the clock. A heartbreaker in Danville. But we're getting ready for the action tonight. A really cool starting lineup cast for you. I'll send it down to Tom Barnes, the public address announcer, as well as Bruce Ford on the anthem. Back in a moment.
And welcome to the David Asphalt Arena and the UCSW Tank of the second ice center for FPHL action as the Watertown Wolves take on your Dashers. Let's see our start lineup for your Dashers at defense from Fresno, California, number 2, Jacob Gagnon. Also at defense from Flower Mound, Texas, number 17, Ian Erdman. At forward from Highland Park, Illinois, number 41, Chris Affinati. At forward from Little Canada, Minnesota, number 88, Justin Bronson. And at forward from Carson, Ontario, number 94, Justin Lamont. And in goal from Fort Wayne, Indiana, number 31, Parker Rutherford. And now the rest of your Dashers. The head coach of the Dashers, Paul McLean, trainer Anna Mitchell, assistant trainer Scott Mitchell, equipment manager Matt Musgrove. Your youth hockey flag bearers tonight have been Brody Warnout, Owen Warnout, and Braden Dickmore. At this time, we ask all fans in attendance to please rise as you are able. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. And before our anthem tonight, we would like to remember an original Dasher who passed away from cancer this month, Bob Alport. Also a major supporter and sponsor of Dasher hockey, Mr. Jim Zarn. So we'd like to offer a moment of silence for Bob Alport and Jim Zarn. Thank you. And if you would please remain standing, face our flag on the west end of our arena for our national anthem tonight, performed on the ice by Mr. Bruce Ford.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous height o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallant. it proved through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Group forward with our national anthem this evening. At this time tonight, we also have some ceremonial puck drops, and we get representatives from each team down to the west end of our ice for our puck drops. We can get those out of the way tonight. It is Cancer Night tonight. We'd like to thank our sponsor of our Cancer jerseys tonight, Ribby Trucking. So please welcome Abigail Rowe and Cassidy Bagby for our first puck drop tonight. Thank you to Abigail and Cassidy. Next up for puck drops tonight, it is Cancer Night, so we have a cancer survivor. Dropping the puck is mother, wife, daughter, law enforcement official, and lifelong Dasher fan Heather McCullough. Having a diagnosis stage 3 executive breast cancer in March of last year, underwent months of grueling cancer treatment and major surgery. But with treatment, prayers, and the support of family and friends, Heather recently notified she is currently cancer-free. Next week, Heather will undergo another surgery and recovery effort, and the Nationals are sending her best wishes that she continues to kick cancer's ass. And our final puck drop tonight is something very special. Folks, we are going to welcome three officials for tonight's game. Kevin Mallon. When the Central Hockey League folded in 2014, Kevin was asked to come work in the Federal Hockey League. He's stayed with the league now for 10 years and has worked at professional level for 37 years. He officiated games in the NHL, IHL, AHL, ECHL, CHL, UHL, FHL, NCAA, USHL, NAHL, OHL, and IIHF, and USA Hockey. He's also officiated the FPHL's Commissioner Cup Finals, the IHL's Turner Cup Finals 5 times, the AHL's Calder Cup Playoffs 10 times, the ECHL's Kelly Cup Playoffs, and USA Junior A Nationals. Kevin suspects he's worked anywhere between 1,800 and 2,000 games. Born and raised in Shaker Heights, Ohio, recently inducted into the Shaker Heights High School Hockey Hall of Fame, has earned the OHSAA Ice Hockey State Championship in 1981. Along with his brother Carl, they started playing hockey when they were 4 years old. Kevin currently resides in Carmel, Indiana with his wife Heidi and three daughters, Sasha, Bridget, and Gretchen. Thank you, Kevin, for your contribution to professional hockey and your time with us here in the FPHL. Kevin Mallon, everyone. By the way, Section 3 has been given a brief ever since he's been here. They're going to be given him the Fathead. They have chirped it with him for years, signed by all his favorite fans. So Dasher players have also signed a stick for him to always remember his time in Dasher. Kevin, thank you for all your time, and please be fair tonight while you're officiating tonight's game. Our officials tonight are Kevin Mallon as reference, Coach Paul G, linesman are Brian Fernauer and Scott Gillespie.
That was Kevin Mallon, a guy who's been an official for, I believe, 37 years. In his last game tonight, he was just honored with the ceremonial puck drop. Real classy move to see both teams head over there. Kevin, we appreciate everything you've done for the FPHL and excited to share in your last game. Apologies, the camera went out for a brief moment. But we're getting ready to go once again for the Wolves and the Dashers. We'll get into both teams' starting lineups. It's Affinati going at it now with Dustin Henning, center ice, right off the faceoff. Our camera froze again. Apologies. We're going to get it up as quick as we can. Henning, the former Dasher, goes against Affinetti. They both exchange a couple rights. Henning now with a couple more over the top. Affinetti's got him with a couple lefts, stinging Henning on the forehead. Now Affinetti, a machine gun of lefts. Henning getting tied up with his arms. Both of them still going at center ice, trying to throw the other one to the ice. Referee's getting in the middle, and they're going to call it right there. Henning and Affinetti, former teammates, with a good bout there to get this nice crowd in Danville going early. So already, early and often, a nice fight at center ice, and now both guys get 5 apiece. And we'll get ready to actually play some hockey now. The referees tonight, Kevin Mallon and Paul Jean. The linesmen are Brian Thurnauer and Scott Gillespie. As the face-off is tied up by Levac, Brosnan tried to knock it in deep. Dashers wearing their specialty cancer awareness uniforms here tonight. And of course, our hearts are with all those battling cancer, all those who have lost their lives and their families. Of course, you know, some things are bigger than hockey, and this is definitely up there. Yeah, for all those of you who are battling, we are with you, and we stand with you in support. Jacob Gagnon flips this puck into the neutral zone. Glove down by Quinn O'Reilly. Tried to get it back over to Mo Levac. Mo Levac, the 6'3 center, playing in his second game of the season for the Dashers. Back behind the goal, it's Della Civita controlling the puck. He'll continue to set up camp. A really nice crowd, though, tonight. Looks like maybe close to 1,000 people. After we had over 600 last night, but now the other way. Here come the Wolves. A big dump in early on by Chase DeBari. Nathan Malott, who scored his first career professional goal last night out there on the defensive end as well. Yusuke Jumanji in the lineup tonight with Jawan Davis's absence. Davis went to the hospital. I visited him after the game. He had a bit of a concussion. They were still testing him, and also some stitches. As Flanagan getting tied up down low in the crease with Jumanji. And the referees will step in to break that up. But yes, he is okay. He's in the house supporting his teammates tonight. And appreciate everybody who kept Jawan in their thoughts and prayers. Additionally, with that, I had the chance to talk with some of the officials, talk with Paul Jean, and him and Dave Jackson went back and watched the hit. It was the right call to not call a penalty. It was a clean hit, just a really unfortunate result. Obviously, you know, it was scary looking and didn't look great at all, but by the rule book, it was clean. So just want to clear the air on that here early on in our broadcast. But looks like the Dashers are, something's wrong with the clock. They just had a 3.5-minute power play up there. It gets taken off now. That would have been really confusing early on. As the puck gets dumped in, Tim Delaney will pick it up. Former Motor City Rocker gives it back to Zach Slinger, also in the lineup tonight. There's no Ilner Madiorov for the Dashers, along with Jawan Davis. Loose puck in front, or actually there is Madiorov. So after being added to the lineup, here he is a little bit late. Into the neutral zone now. We get a quick whistle. Looks like it's going to be a hand pass from the linesman. And so we'll get ready to do it again. Out there to take the face-off, Zach Horn. He'll be centering Andrew Uturo and Ilner Madiorov. Sliding in to meet him, Trevor Newman, one of the 3 Trevors, as I mentioned last night. He centers Quinn Chevers along with Ty Moore, who made his professional debut last night. Congratulations to Ty. Horn keeps the puck in the offensive zone, trying to slide it in down deep. Madiorov meets Della Civita down low in the corner. And now it's Nathan Malott with it. Malott slides it over to Andrew Uturo, who touches it in deep. Dashers will go chase. Mo Levac, Cowboys over onto the ice. Malott jams it back down low, wearing that new number 83. Levac a little trouble handling the pass. And Malott tried to sweep it in down low again. Now Levac gets it through the charging Deer at center ice, has it knocked away and gets run into the wall. Strong effort from the rookie Ty Moore going up against the 35-year-old. Justin Brosnan, the captain of the Dashers, leads Mo Levac. And then a bank pass on over to the junk dog. Quinn O'Reilly making up that line for the Dashers. Levac down low on his backhand, glides around and gets it to the point. Kept in by Jacob Gagnon. He goes down low looking for O'Reilly, and the puck spits over to the far side. Now it's Brosnan again on the backhand, using his body to try and shake Whalen. Whalen with a tenacious effort, throws a check into him. Now it's Erdman shooting, and it goes wide. Eloy Bouchard back between the pipes for the Wolves here tonight, going up against Parker Rutherford, the same matchup we had just a night ago. As this puck is going to be whipped way up and down the length for an icing. Would have been a delay of game had that jumped over the glass, as it'll retreat down to Bouchard's end, and we'll do it again. So the crowd into it to start the game, with Henning and Affinati dropping the gloves. Apologies that cut out for you. Our cord got bumped, and unfortunately when that happens it freezes and we have to reset it. I know that's happened a couple times at the wrong moment, but we'll try and keep it pretty smooth going forward here tonight. Thornton down low, gets it to Lord. Lord looking in front, and Thornton couldn't finish it on the doorstep. Really nice feed that time from Lord. Rothy goes around the wall to TJ Prexler, who had a hat trick last night. Yusuke Jumanji, really nice feed to Sewardson. 2-on-1 with Erdman. Erdman on his forehand shoots. The rebound, Sewardson can't find a home for it. Both players in Erdman and Sewardson just couldn't find it on the right side of the stick blade. And as a result, Watertown's able to win the possession back. Rothy and Whalen pushing and shoving with each other. A couple cross checks, and they'll let him play on. Jumanji through the circle shoots. It goes wide. Trying to spin one back to the middle. Sewardson on goal. Missed it. And Bouchard will cover up. And now the referees will make sure there's no more extracurriculars. Wow, how about this? A little bit of pushing and shoving. Of course, after last night's festivities, you knew there was going to be at least one fight sticking up for Jawan Davis. And credit to Ian McDonald. He is the one who threw the hit. And Affinati challenged him to a fight on the ensuing face-off, and he took it. Affinati is one tough customer, and McDonald was leaking from his nose as he headed off the ice before grabbing a new jersey and rejoining the play. As Madiorov on his backhand on goal, and another big save, Bouchard. Down low, it's Utero once again. Utero slides it down low. It goes over Madiorov's twig, and he can't make the play on the forecheck. Della Civita up the wall to Jabari, who leads Trevor Grasby on over to Gaeta. Tried to feed it back door looking for, I believe it's Chevers, or Ludlow Harris, excuse me. Now on the rebound, Rutherford, another save from his right to his left. Gaeta run into the wall by Zach Slinger. Zach Slinger, the former member of the Oregon Tradesmen. 17 points across 46 games with the Tradesmen last year. In the null. Gaeta, another quick shot that goes wide on the glove side of Rutherford. There's a big hit by Harris that caught Madiorov up high. He shakes it off as if nothing had happened. Malott now, in the midst of a change, blew a tire for a moment, collided with his teammate. Grasby, away from Brosnan, gets it over to Jabari on his backhand now to the goal. Tried to open up the 5-hole, and Rutherford says no thank you. Slams the door shut. We play on. Next whistle will be our first media timeout. The shots early on in the first period are 5-3 in favor of the Wolves. Into the skates it goes of O'Reilly, and he's offside, so that will lead to our first media timeout, and we will take it. Still no score, but an entertaining opening 6 minutes here from Danville. We'll be back in a few short moments right here on the Dashers Hockey Network.
You want one?
Yeah,
want one?
Cool.
A Riggs Brewing Co. Dasher IPL, locally brewed in Illinois.
Ooh, can I try? Juicy.
Only $6 at the Dasher games.
Ooh, I would never buy another beer at the Dashers game other than that one.
Me neither.
Hey! Get him! Get him! Hey!
I could get used to this.
Oh, yeah. Hey!
Just like a Dasher's goal, everyone loves a Dasher's IPL.
By Riggs Beer Company.
And we welcome you back. It's Levac going up against Trevor Newman on the draw. Shout out to Jeff Barrett, the Watertown Wolves voice, in our chat here tonight. I know you guys are probably missing Jeff, especially with all the action we've had in this fun hockey thus far. Brazen's quick shot, saved by Bouchard. Levac on the follow. It's out to Malott, who shoots. Another save by Bouchard. But yes, I'm happy to have Watertown Wolves fans on with us as well. Appreciate all you guys as Brazen takes it to the hoop real quick right there and gets slammed shut by Bouchard. Over onto the far side. It goes behind the goal. Justin Brazen gets spun around for a moment and then bangs into Chevers. Knocked back down low. Quinn O'Reilly, the first one there below the end line. On his backhand, he tried to slide it back down low but had no support. And now here comes Trevor Newman back the other way in transition. He'll go far out to the left, around the wing. Levac picks his pocket. Jumanji now pushing and shoving. He said that he took a lot of exception to the hit Davis took, clean or not, last night, and that he plans to be as physical as he has been all season here tonight. Jumanji has really grown as a hockey player, arguably the most developed throughout this season for the Yokohama Japan rookie. Actually made his debut in Watertown all the way back in early October, October 18th that is, and got his welcome to the Fed hit. And ever since, he's been trying to build up to that physical level of the American game, and safe to say he's really made a lot of progress and has been a really good fit for the Dashers as of late. Down low, it's Trevor Lord behind Rutherford into the skates of Rothy, who's able to swat it out of the zone, picked up by Ludlow Harris Jr., another decorated FPHL veteran. Fourth FPHL team for him. Another quick shot from Lord is steered wide, but Ludlow Harris has played for Watertown, of course, Berlin, Port Huron, and the Danbury Titans. Down low, it's Thornton getting his pocket pick this time. Erdman riding on the coattails of Whalen is able to knock it into the offensive zone, but not for long. Comes all the way back around the wall, played by Zach Slinger. Back to his forehand, a bit of a hesitation to free up some space, and then dangles around Trevor Lord. Breakout pass to Prexler, who is able to lead the way ahead for Erdman. Erdman gets spun around for a moment by his former teammate Whalen. Another quick shot from Slinger, tipped on its way in. Back behind the goal, Utero using his body to tie up the stick of a wolf in Della Civita. And now it's Mati Orov with it. Outside the circle, shoots, and it's saved Bouchard. A couple extra digs by Utero warrants a quick check from Della Civita. And it looks like we're going to get ready for another face-off here. 11:01 to go. Early on, the shots on goal, 7-6 in favor of the Dashers here in period one. Also, the referees wearing their pink cancer awareness uniforms. We saw those all the way back in October, but pretty fitting night to bust those back out. Mo Levac ties up the draw once again with Grasby. It's controlled by Quinn O'Reilly. He'll try and dart through the circle and sends an area pass that jumps away from Levac after a deflection. Into the neutral zone, it's DeBaria across the blue line. Slides it on back to Gaeta. He'll go to the point for Grasby. Down Broadway, he shoots and he missed the net. Grasby, not a typical goal scorer, actually has more assists than the number on his back this season. But he has really been an offensive threat and catalyst for Watertown through the first 3.5 periods of this weekend set. Slinger reels it back on in. He's looking for something to do with the puck. Instead finds the Wichita, Kansas native, Quinn O'Reilly, over the blue line. He throws a quick hit into the back of Declan Flanagan, and now the puck, Gaeta, able to get it over to Grasby. Jumanji door-to-door with Grasby. D-to-D pass on over to Ian McDonald, who I'm sure will have his head on a swivel here tonight. Jumanji knocks the puck in the neutral zone, looking to get it back to Sewardson, but he was tied up a little bit with Grasby, and it goes through his legs. Sewardson gets it back at center ice. A beautiful pass over to Prexler, holding. He'll shoot. Save made, the rebound. Jumanji scores! Yasuke Jumanji opens a scoring for the Dashers. Their second opening goal lead in 2 nights. And he puts the samurai sword away as he heads down the line. His team with a 1-0 lead. Really good patience from TJ Prexler. I talked to him last night. He said he's just starting to hit his midseason form now that he's found a home and been here over 20 games. But he has such great patience gliding in through the zone, and then a pass off the pad, otherwise known as a pop off of Bouchard. Jumanji coming in hot, driving the net, buries it home, and the Dashers lead at 1-0. 9:31 to go. It looks like an icing, but we'll see if they elect to cash in the media timeout right here. It looks like we're going to play on for at least another whistle. No, we will take the media timeout right now. 9.5 minutes to go. Yusuke Jumanji's third of the season gives the Dashers a 1-0 lead. We'll be back in a moment right here on the Dashers Hockey Network.
Evergreen Roadworks is a blend of Champagne Asphalt, Ileana Construction, pavement maintenance systems, and ProTac asphalt spraying experts with roots dating back to 1946. Together, they leverage their expertise to expand their capabilities and provide enhanced services to all of their valued customers. Evergreen Roadworks is a trusted brand who prides themselves on healthy business relationships and a safety-first mindset. They have a proven legacy, supported by quality that lasts, and will continue to find new ways to improve their technology to leave both new and current customers satisfied. Evergreen Roadworks' consideration for one another has a lasting positive impact, ensuring their influence resonates long after the asphalt cools. For more information, email info@evergreenroadworks.com or call 217-356-7288.
And we welcome you back. Yusuke Jumanji opens the scoring at 1-0 here. The assists go to Prexler and Blake Sewardson. Shots are 8-6 in favor of the Dashers. Neither team has had a chance to go to the power play just yet. But of course, Affinati and Henning with the Fighting Major to open up the game. They've both since been released. Henning out there once again. Zach Horn set to take the face-off against Trevor Newman. Zach Horn, the Greensboro, North Carolina native, 25 years old, playing in his 72nd game of his FPHL career, and is really another guy who started to find a home here in Danville. Horn collects a turnover there, one of the strongest forecheckers on the team. Gets it back to Utero. He gets stapled into the wall. Madiorov comes in to join the mix. Still tied up. It comes out to Newman. Sent across to the blue line for Snyder, who's able to lead it to Ty Moore, the big lefty. Run into the wall by Nathan Malott. They're getting physical and chippy in the corner. As now Harrison, backdoor tip in, they score. Trevor Newman all alone, untouched, just outside the blue paint. And the Dashers squander the 1-0 lead as quickly as they gained it. And the odds are even, it's 1-1. That's been a consistent problem for the Dashers, is putting bodies outside the crease, outside the net. Got to be a goaltender's nightmare to see someone sitting right on the doorstep uncovered and then just watching it get tapped in, and all you can do is sit there and make a tough effort. Well, the score 1-1 now. Levac loses this draw to Whalen. Harris will dump it on in. Lucas Rothi, the first one there. Rothi with a ton of family in the house tonight. Back over to Whalen. He's run into the wall by Erdman. Back to Whalen outside the circle. He'll throw it off the wall down low. So Riley shoving it out to the point, held by Della Civita. He loads up, thought about the shot, instead backpedals to the far side once more. Back down low for Lord. It comes out to the blue line again. Della Civita pumps, looking for another backdoor feed, and that one is deflected into the end wall. Harris through the slot, scores! Ludlow Harris Jr. with the Archer celebration. A bullet over the glove of Rutherford, and Watertown with a pair of goals inside 90 seconds. All of a sudden, from down one to up one, they lead it. Got to find a way to get bodies on people. Watertown has got some lethal scores. Ludlow Harris, of course, made it 4-3 last night and then picks up another goal right here. Delaney back over to Slinger. Dashers now down a goal. Puck gets dumped on in. Might have deflected off of a player. Now comes back to the Dasher end. Tim Delaney controls. He'll bank it up the near side wall, looking for Sewardson. He'll power through a couple Wolves. Dabari cuts him off. Sewardson trying to run him through the wall. Centering pass broken up. Sewardson then with a nice hit on Grasby. He's out there like a bull in a china shop right now. Nice to see from the assistant captain taking some initiative. Grasby back the other way. Beautiful lead pass in stride. Pinching down low. Dabari slides it through the paint. Another quick shot turned aside by Rutherford. Jumanji gloves it down to control in the corner. Up the wall to Sewardson. Tried to flip it past Flanagan. Knocked down and finally sent back out of the Dashers' end. Powell into the neutral zone for Grasby. Coils away from Jumanji and sends a cross-ice feed right to the tape of Dabari. Power moving to the goal. All the way around. The wraparound opportunity somehow stayed out. Looked like Rutherford was beat for a moment, and Dabari heads off for a quick change. But a really good grade A chance there for him. Jumanji gets tied up with Grasby. Puck gets spun in the direction of the goal, goes wide. Jacob Gagnon looking to flip it on out of the zone. Linesman collided with Kyle Powell for a moment. Now a bank pass goes past Gaeta on over to Gagnon. He tries to find a new gear on his backhand. Banks it back to Uturo. Uturo from a low angle sends it wide. All the way out to the blue line. Madiorov keeps it in over to Gagnon. Gagnon surveys, shoots, and that one flutters into the glove of Bouchard. 6:35 to go. And we're going to have another offensive zone face-off coming for the Dashers. Eloy Bouchard, 23 years old, earned his 4th win of the season last night. A GMHL champion in 2022 with Temiskaming, a 3-time fan favorite there as well, and has his jersey in the rafters along with being a 2-time All-Star. So how about that in his time in the GMHL, and now comes out to the FPHL and starting to win some games for his new club, the Watertown Wolves. Joined them last season and really has started to improve his game. Tenacious victory last night after going down 3-0, hung in there, and his offense really came alive to help them pull out a 6-5 victory. Around the wall, McDonald into the skates of Chevers, and now back into the skates of McDonald. Puck ricocheting all around, and a drop pass goes back on over in the direction of McDonald. Touched by Rothy, but couldn't get it out of the zone. More with it now. Newman tried to go high and tight. It goes wide. Sent back down low. Chevers got it. Chevers slides it around the wall. It comes back to the near side. Rothy put a shoulder into the back of Newman and now trying to bust the puck out of the zone. Beautiful touch pass over to Horn with Madiorov. Tried to center one, and it was deflected up and into the end wall. Erdman then with a nice hit on Ty Moore. Horn from a low angle off the side of the cage. Della Civita put it behind McDonald for a moment and now gains it back. Behind the goal, taking some time to survey. Watertown will take advantage of pretty much a full change. And now here come the Wolves. Saucer pass gets by Rothy. Trevor Lord will be the first one there to make sure there's no icing. Him and Rothy get tied up in the end wall. Lord now, who had the heartbreaker last night, centers one, and Thornton couldn't uncork the shot. He had all the time and space in the world and just had it knocked away. So now Rothy trying to run into Thornton. Thornton was getting into it with the Dasher faithful last night when he was in the penalty box. Another guy who I'm sure will be watching out for the Dashers try and hit him as Rothy just did. Jumanji back out to O'Reilly, who shoots. He rings the post. Oh, a really good look from O'Reilly there. Almost his 6th of the season. But off the outside of the post, he'll go out for a change. Della Civita picks it up once again. Really good forecheck from Sewardson. Throws a couple slashes into the leg of the captain, Ludlow Harris. Let's go Dashers chant emerging from the David S. Palmer faithful here. As still slowing it down is Kyle Powell, another guy who does not need much of an introduction fifth-year Wolf, has also played for Danbury, Binghamton, and Elmira ever since he debuted a decade ago in 2015. But a guy with 200 games played under his belt. I'll have to check out that stat again. I believe it's a bit more. That might have been the one thing that got edited on me. Sewardson back out to Delaney, who shoots tipped in front. Bouchard out of his crease, flipped on goal and went over. Jumanji almost had his second. Comes back out into the middle again. Chaos all in between the circles here. Jumanji, good forecheck, keeps it alive for a moment as the puck is eventually sent back and out. Prexler holding. Backhand feed looking for Sewardson. It caroms into the neutral zone for Gagnon. Powell is a 4-time FPHL Defenseman of the Year. He's also been a 2-time FPHL Defenseman points leader. In 2018 had 61, and in 2022, 76. Dustin Henning with it on the near side. Gets cut off by Utero. Henning then run into the wall by Madiorov. Out into the neutral zone. Henning. Pass off the blade of Snyder, and it gets in deep. Next whistle will have another immediate timeout. 2 minutes and 45 seconds in period one of a one-goal hockey game. Here's Utero gaining the zone, gets some space and shoots, and it goes wide. Utero back off the far side wall, gets run in by a pair of guys in white shirts. Madiorov out to Gagnon at the point. D-to-D pass from Malott. Malott lets it fly into the glove of Bouchard. Takes it from Chevers after the fact as well, as now Utero and Henning having a little conversation. Maybe a little former hat-trick and former Binghamton Black Bear old score there. We'll keep an eye on that, as well as Bouchard and everything outside his crease. But we'll take another break and be back in a moment to Danville. 2-1, the Wolves lead it.
Nuts About Bolts is a family and locally owned hardware store that has been open since 2015. Offering a wide range of products, they have the missing piece for your next project. If they don't have what you're looking for in stock, they can happily order it for you. Nuts About Bolts offers delivery services with no minimum purchase amount required. They take pride in their prices and friendly service. First-time customers get 10% off their first purchase. Additionally, Nuts About Bolts accepts returns up to 30 days after your purchase. They are open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. and on Saturday from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. You can call at 217-516-3186 or visit them at 812 Warrington Avenue in Danville to learn more. Nuts About Bolts is a proud sponsor of Dashers Hockey.
This is no ordinary cup. This Scooter's coffee cup was served with a genuine so good to see you again smile. This cup has a little boost of energy just for you. This cup came with extra whip for good luck.
We lost!
You'll get them next time. This Scooter's coffee cup was made by your favorite barista for her favorite customer. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing.
We welcome you back. Apologies, the ad ran a little long there, as now Newman floats it ahead of Chevers. Had it knocked away by Malott. A really strong back check from him, even though he was beat to the puck. On over to the far side, Utero goes high off the window, but can't get it out of the zone. Horn able to help him complete the task. As now we're going to get a whistle, and another hand pass is being indicated by Kevin Mallon, so the draw will return back to the Dasher end. 2-1's our scoring summary. Jumanji at 10:19 from Prexler and Sewardson. And then it's Trevor Newman at 11:23 from Harris Jr. and Moore. His first FPHL point. Congratulations to him. And then 21 seconds later, Ludlow Harris from Thornton and Della Civita make it 2-1. So I think I said 90 in real time, and there must have been a bit of a delay, but it was really maybe 90 seconds of real time, but only 21 seconds in between, as there's a hit on Madiorov over on Chevers. Those two will continue to battle on the far side, as now it looks like the linesman is indicating offside. So the draw will come back to the dot outside the blue line with 106 seconds remaining in period one. Well, Watertown's got their playoff spot locked up. It's unlikely that they'll jump into the 3 seed, trailing Port Huron by a decent amount. It could happen, but Port's been hot right now. Of course, scored double-digit goals against the Rockers yesterday. HC Venom with a big win yesterday to keep their playoff hopes alive. Trey Fisher, the former Dasher, with a game-winning goal for the Venom. So congratulations to Trey. Now it's got 2 goals with the Venom. Madiorov through the neutral zone. Looked like Erdman was offside. Instead, they don't whistle it. Utero on goal. Save made by Bouchard. Newman on the far side, wheeling through the neutral zone. Hesitates for a moment, and that will lead to an offside call. Minute 16 to go in period 1. Still just a 1-goal game. Shots are 12-11 in favor of the Dashers here in period 1. So it's been a pretty even-keeled game. The physicality has been consistent. Not anything that's going to blow you away, but some good hits here and there. Levac out there to do the draw, and it's won away by Whalen. Looked like Whalen was barking at Levac after the fact, and I think Levac just put that in his memory for later. As now he avoids a couple hooks. He'll carry it through the charging deer at center ice over to Brazen, who's going to be caught offside, and the draw will come back outside the blue line. .62 seconds is all that remains on the first period clock. Thank you for joining myself, Devin Dobek, with Carson Brown, my producer. As Levac ties that one up big time, Brazen comes in to help, and somehow it's controlled by the Thornton. Now Lord goes down low around the wall. On over to Flanagan. He loads up and shoots low. The rebound, Thornton on goal. He's trying to sell that he got slashed as he heads off to the bench. Took his glove off, shaking it out, but he won't get it. And still hunched over on the bench in pain. Not much concern from everybody else on the bench. Thornton playing in his 102nd FPHL game, hit 100 last Saturday against the Binghamton Black Bears. Sewardson throws it into a body. Lord picks it off in the neutral zone and will send it in deep. It's Jacob Gagnon with it now. On over to Flanagan. It comes back down low. Takes a funky bounce off the wall and controlled by Slinger. On over to Jumanji. Jumanji throws an area pass behind Sewardson. 3 seconds to go. Another area pass on over to Slinger. Slinger will try and force one on goal, but the horn sounds, and that will do it for the first period. Watertown, with a pair of goals in 21 seconds, overtakes the Dashers' quick 1-0 lead. 2-1, the Wolves lead it. We're going to step aside for a quick break in the intermission and be back for 40 more minutes of the Wolves and the Dashers this season. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Dashers Hockey Network.
This is Parker Rutherford, and this is Dashers Mic'd Up. Yeah, I don't know how well it's going to stay on. Yeah, I'm coming for you, Sal. All day. Man, I'm so glad I don't have to pay attention to these girls. Stop puck. That's all I got. Stop puck. I don't know who's starting. There we go. All right. Oh, thank you. Come on. You scumbag. He never shoots that. He's only doing it because he knows I have a microphone on. Head high. Thank you. Marshall, you can't hit me in the face today.
I will not.
See that expensive piece on
I'm
me.
so sorry. I will never do that again. I apologize.
Devin would kill you.
I know. I got you.
I'm gonna go mess with Sal. Watch this. Oh yeah. You're not scoring with that finger, right? There's no way. You're not scoring either. I'll let you have that. That guy is so strong. Yags, you got anything to say to the people? Like you love your wife? You love your wife? Yeah. You got that. Loves your wife. Easy peasy. Push up. Push up. Nope, not goals. Nope, not goals. Woo! Nope. 94 is not scoring today. Anymore.
He didn't walk in bottom of the circle.
You should have shot it, Sal. No way.
Got that short side, open up the face of the blade.
He told me it wasn't happening today. His finger's too sore.
That's every day now. Fingers sore, his eyelashes hurt.
See, the good thing about playing goalie, you really don't have to pay attention to the drills. Just don't get scored on. Don't get scored on. It's a lonely position. You're going to hear a lot of random thoughts today. Just warning you in advance. I'm not weird, just a goalie. Same thing. We rescued a cat yesterday. Named it Scooter.
You participated in Chino last night or what?
I definitely participated in the Chino.
How was it cold at Brock's?
I went up $5 at Braz's, and then I lost 30 at the Chino.
Silver nugget?
The silver, no. It's I think they call it the palms or something. I don't like putting all these in the net. Not a fan. Oops. I'm way too OCD for this. They all got to be against the back. Okay, I'm ready. Yep. Oh, I got it! Yeah! He's not hearing the end of that one when we get home. Not hearing the end of that. Yep, but... Yeah.
Somebody almost scored.
Just for Sal. Going for a sweep. Nobody usually talks to me that much. I wonder why they're doing it today. Weird. They usually don't shoot that high either. Crazy. I really hope he doesn't dump this hard. Oh, please. Here we go. Come, 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 come. All yours. Did you see that pass? On the backhand from my knees. Gotta go for a skate. Work on the edges. Because what else are we gonna do right now? Hi, guy. Nope, nope. What a save by the D. No! He was eating cookies for breakfast today. Dropped the ball in the parking lot on the way in. And ate him. And still ate him. What a freak. Sal's going high. 100% going high. He never goes glove. Never goes glove. Bo, your gloves are untied. That was a good one. I mean, I kind of look like a giant pumpkin out here. No way. Oh, you scumbag. Never goes 5-hole. I wonder what time Devin wakes up to do his hair every morning. Oh, I'm tired. I really miss Scooter. We're taking a good old walk around the apartments yesterday. Found a cat stuck in a tree. Tried to go down and get it. Decided to just climb down the second we started going down.
Happy New Year's, Merry Christmas, everybody, and hope we get a win for the Devil Dash Hockey Club.
There we go. Merry Christmas. Feliz Navidad. What do you guys say to the people?
Come to our next home game.
There we go. Nothing. 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 I want some strawberries. Nothing. Nothing.
This is ASMR.
I'm just so confused right now. Oscar has such a nice accent. Most accents really annoy me. But I love Oscar's. Love it. Look at the size comparison between goals and Oscar. He usually makes me feel pretty bad. I think that's worse. That's worse. I live rent-free in these guys' heads. Okay. Gotcha, Yags. How Kimmy has such disgusting moves on the shootout. I gotta do something stupid. Did I get it? Yeah, I got it. Thank you. So he's a nice guy. Go up behind the back. Nope. I got it. Right off the toe. Don't look at me like that. I know you want it. That wasn't fair and you know it. Man, I taught him a move yesterday. But I didn't teach you everything. Didn't teach you everything. I'm fat and tired. Give me a break. Get that on camera. Putting that everywhere. Scorpion. Get out of here. There we go. Hook up. Yep. Never hear the end of that one. Come on, boss. Oh boy. He knows. I deserve that. Oh.
Honestly, when's the last time Devin won at the casino?
I can't remember the last time.
I think he's funding that place right now.
He's basically just a charity. That's a big save, though. I don't know who lost, but I'm exhausted. You're lucky I'm fat and tired.
And we love our goalies. We're ready to die for them every single night.
Feliz Navidad on 3. 1, 2, 3. Feliz Navidad!
Burgers or hot dogs?
Burgers.
Wintergreen or spearmint?
Wintergreen.
Tim Hortons or Dunkin'?
Tim's.
White jerseys or black jerseys?
White jerseys.
Top corner or low blocker?
Top corner.
Goalie goal or goalie fight?
Goalie goal.
Wet gear in practice or game with skate tongues out?
Wet gear in practice.
Win an Olympic gold or win a Stanley Cup?
Stanley Cup.
Pre-game coffee or pre-game energy drink?
Energy drink.
50-50 raffle or chuck-a-puck?
Chuck-a-puck.
One-timer or breakaway?
B-way.
Casual celly or electric celly?
Casual Sally.
McDonald's or Burger King?
Burger King.
CCM or Bauer skates?
True skates.
Power play goal or shorthanded goal?
Gotta be a short-handed goal.
Russia or Canada?
Russia.
Cage or fishbowl?
Fishbowl.
Sushi or hibachi?
Sushi.
Corona or Dashers IPL?
Dashers IPL.
My name is Devin Dobeck. I'm the broadcaster for the Dashers. I was born on November 13th, 2001 in East Longmeadow, Massachusetts. I now live out in Cape Cod with my mom, dad, my brother Brady, and my dog Buddy. I knew I wanted to start broadcasting at a young age, except that I wasn't a great athlete, so if me and my brother were playing wiffle ball, knee hockey, or basketball, all I wanted to do was call each and every one of those games as if we were athletes in Game 7. I began actually broadcasting in high school for the local station LCAT, where I called hockey, basketball, football, and soccer there, and I realized I wanted to make a career out of it. So from that point on, I went to the University of Massachusetts Amherst, where I joined WMUA Sports, 91.1 FM, the student radio station, and in my senior year, I was the sports director for the station. I've also worked in the New England Collegiate Baseball League for the Valley Blue Sox for a summer, and following that, 3 years with the Harwich Mariners in the Cape Cod Baseball League. We won a championship in my most recent season, which was pretty cool to ride off into the sunset. I've also been a viceroy for Barstool Sports, running ZooMass on their social media for @UMass, and also Barstool Boston, which is something I currently do on the side. And now I'm here in Danville working for the Dashers and having an absolute blast. Happy to be here. Winter or summer?
Winter.
Country or rap music?
Country.
Glove or blocker?
Glove.
Butterfly or scorpion save?
Scorpion.
Salt or pepper?
Salt.
Text or call?
Text.
Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Movies or TV shows?
Movies.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Go out or stay in?
Stay in.
Peanut butter or jelly?
Peanut butter.
Weights or cardio?
Weights.
Pixar or DreamWorks?
Yeah. Pixar.
Eat out or eat in?
Eat in.
Road trip or home game?
Home game.
Danville or anywhere else?
Danville.
Winter or summer?
Summer.
Country music or rap music?
Country music.
Glove or blocker save?
Glove.
Salt or pepper?
Salt.
Text or call?
Text.
Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Movies or TV shows?
Movies.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke for sure.
Early bird or night owl?
Early bird.
Go out or stay in?
Stay in.
Peanut butter or jelly?
Peanut butter.
Pixar or DreamWorks?
Pixar.
Eat out or eat in?
Eat out.
Road trip or home game?
Home game.
Danville or anywhere else?
Ouch. Danville. Sorry. I know that wasn't rapid fire. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Take a hit, shoot me down, shoot me down. I won't ever hit the ground, hit the ground. Playing dead I'll never do. Gotta keep an eye on you. Patience is wearing thin, paper thin. Promises broke again. What a sin, but it only feeds my energy. So don't expect no sympathy. Smoke, fire, it's all going up. Don't you know I ain't afraid to shed a little blood? Smoke, fire, flares are going up. Flares are going up. Oh, won't wave my white flag, no. This time I won't let go. I'd rather die than give up the fight, give up the fight, give up the fight, give up the fight. Won't wave my white flag, no. Oh, I won't go down slow. I'd rather die than give up the fight, give up the fight, give up the fight, give up the fight. Put an X on my chest, but I'm still standing, 'cause I won't forget the hell on earth you put me through. I'll save myself in spite of you. Smoke, fire, it's all going up. Don't you know I ain't afraid to shed a little blood? Smoke, fire, flares are going up. Flares are going up. Oh, won't wave my white flag, no. This time I won't let go. I'd rather die than give up the fight, give up the fight, give up the fight, give up the fight. Won't wave my white flag, no. Oh, I won't go down slow. I'd rather
And we welcome you back. Devin Dobek, Carson Brown, and Lincoln Mackin along with you. A quick look at our game summary thus far. Yusuke Jumanji with his third of the season opened the scoring at 10-19, but a very, very hasty response from the Wolves. 47 seconds later, it's Trevor Newman tapping home a backdoor feed from Ludlow Harris Jr. to make it 1-1. But they wouldn't be finished. 38 seconds after that, Ludlow Harris helping his own team's cause with a bullet over the glove of Rutherford to give them a 2-1 advantage. But the game stats also pretty equal through the opening 20. Shots 12 aside. Neither team's had a power play opportunity. And 5 penalty minutes aside with 5 minutes aside with Henning dropping the gloves with Chris Affinati. Well, we're getting set for period 2 here. Should be a fun frame after that first one. A lot of physical play. Refs are letting the boys go. And Kevin Mallon, of course, in his farewell tour, swan song, whatever you want to call it, wishing him all the best with 40 more minutes to officiate in his career. Gliding into the circle is is Quinn O'Reilly to take the face-off. Up against him is Andrew Whalen, and the face-off controlled by the Wolves. We're back underway here in period 2. Thank you for joining myself, Devin Dobek, with Carson Brown and Lincoln Mackin for Dashers Hockey. Gagnon, drop pass for Nathan Malott, his defensive partner. Goes up the wall looking for Levac. Running to the wall by McDonald. And now it's Henning controlling it in his own end. Henning up the wall as O'Reilly collides with McDonald, and the referee's arm in the air for an icing. .19:35 to go here in the second period. As I mentioned, a dozen shots aside here. We'll take a look around the league as well in just a few short moments. Binghamton is handling Danbury 4-1 out in Connecticut right now in the second period. As puck pinballs off the face-off, controlled by Thornton, who gives it down low to Henning. Henning spinning away from O'Reilly, showing he can still show some sparks at 40 years young. Lord pinches down low below the end line. Backhand wraparound attempt is slammed off by Rutherford. And now here comes Gagnon out of his own end. Harassed door-to-door by Trevor Lord. Gagnon, quick shot, goes over everything and wide. Jumanji couldn't keep it in. And now in the midst of a change, Erdman trying to win a race against Thornton. Thornton blows a tire and then gets the puck taken away by Erdman. Gagnon up the wall looking to get it to Jumanji. It goes to the far side. Prexler trying to catch up with it, but Thornton's got it back in the Watertown end. Looking to pirouette away from Gagnon, who sticks with him to break up the play. Sewardson around the wall, banks it out of the zone. Dabari kept it in. Really good effort from him there, as now Sewardson picks his pocket back in the other direction. Pass over to Jumanji for Sewardson, who shoots. Bouchard makes the save, and we'll get another whistle, 18-27. Watertown has taken all 5 matchups. They've scored 37 goals in those 5 games against the Dashers, an average of 5+ per game. But still, they lead it just 2-1 here tonight, a 1-goal margin thus far. Rothy sends one in the direction of the goal. It's taken away and back the other way. Della Civita leads it for Dabari. Dabari blows an edge, and now the Dashers from north to south looking in transition to get an odd man rush going. Prexler for Sewardson, looking back for Prexler. Can't be kept in by Erdman, and the puck goes back over to Rothy, who was going a little too nonchalant there. Luckily, just barely is able to get it out of the zone. Rothy in his second game since being activated off the injured reserve list. Last played March 7th prior to last night. Pass outside the bandwidth of Madiorov goes the distance, and the referee will call for an icing. So the draw retreats back to the Dashers' end once more. 17:40 to go here, period 2. Devin Dobeck, Carson Brown, Lincoln Mackin along with you. Sewardson will take the face-off, going up against Newman. Able to win it away cleanly. Over to Prexler on the near side, sending it through the neutral zone. It's kept alive by Sewardson. Backhand feed looking for Madiarov, goes wide. Delaney over to Rothy. Rothy puts it into the offensive zone and goes out for a change. Now here's Chevers. Has his shot deflect up high off the window on the far side. Sent back in by Chevers and turned aside by Rutherford. Slinger hit the brakes for a moment, tried to get it back over to Zach Horn. And it goes all the way down to Declan Flanagan. Really lousy play off the board by him. Gets it back to Horn. Utero tried to center it back for Horn. And now finally, with the extra effort, Watertown can clear the zone. Chevers on over to Ty Moore, the rookie. Back for Chevers. Moore controls below the end line, has it taken away by Slinger. Slinger uses his speed to get it over to Madiarov. Horn now will go chase. Wins the race against Kyle Powell. Tried to center for Utero. Slinger back over to Delaney with room. Slams on the brakes to get away from Moore. Back out to the point he'll go. He loses the puck with a good stick check just inside the blue line. And the Dashers are forced to dump it in to go out for a change. O'Reilly on the forecheck has Newman dance around him. Lord, beautiful move to his backhand to get around Slinger, and then has his shot deflect up and out of play. 16:08 to go in period 2. Shots are 14-14. 12 aside in the first period and 2 aside here in the second. O'Reilly will take the face-off with Whalen. Whalen takes him down as O'Reilly wins the face-off. Now another shot comes just wide on the stick side of Rutherford. Up to the point, sent on in. Nobody knew where it was for a moment. Whalen comes out of the ruckus with it. Spins one back down low, picked up by Malott, who turns it back over to Watertown. Lord on the near side half wall. Spoons one in the direction of Whalen once again. Picked off by Malott. Malott protecting the puck, able to force it out of the blue line. Then he takes a high hit to the face from Ian McDonald, the same guy who hit Davis yesterday. But it looked like Malott was going down prior to the contact, but he's shaken up, abandoning his stick in the neutral zone as he heads off the ice. And he's going to have to be checked on by the trainer, Anna Mitchell. Kevin Mallon retrieves the stick and hands it back to the Dasher bench. Lord below the end line. Cut off by Gagnon. Gagnon gloves it down to his backhand again, and now he tries to put it into sport. Gains the zone, cuts to the middle, shoots, and it goes up and out of play. 14:59 to go. The score still 2-1 Wolves. We're through 5 minutes here in period 2. Taking a quick break. We'll be back in a moment right here on the Dashers Hockey Network.
Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills.
Hello?
Should you become stranded, be ready to signal rescuers. Bush.
How long have I been out here?
About 12 minutes. Head for the mountains.
Just one tick under the 15-minute mark here from Danville. Devin Dobeck along with you. Thank you for joining us on the Dashers Hockey Network. Appreciate all the Watertown Wolves fans hopping on the stream as well. You'll have another chance to listen to Jeff Barrett at some point this season. Have to look at the upcoming schedule shortly. But Ludlow Harris spins away from Sewardson, who lost his weapon in the process. Regains it as Harris drops a pass back to the defenseman Della Civita. Picked off by Jumanji in the neutral zone and sent back into the chest of Erdman, who plays it out for Sewardson. Sewardson boomerangs it on in off the end wall. Taken by Della Civita, who threw it outside the bandwidth of Gaeta. Now Rothi floats a backhander that hit in and out of the glove of Bouchard and jumped over the net. Sewardson's quick shot didn't get much into that. Still loose through the circle. Prexler creates some space by standing still, and Jumanji gets it back to Rothi. Rothi slings one off the end wall once again. Erdman picks it up, shielding it with his backhand. Centers for Sewardson. Couldn't get it on goal. Blocked down by Harris. Ties up his stick and wins a puck battle to keep the possession alive for the Dashers. Sewardson with a really nice shift here, as eventually DeBari will take it back the other way. Gaeta back over for Gresby. Oh, Rutherford from his right to his left makes another big-time save. And the fans salute him with an ovation. Parker Rutherford, one of the most electrifying goaltenders in the FPHL in my opinion. Has made over 40 saves 18 times this season. Leads the league with now close to 1,400 saves. Career high was 64 last Thursday against the HC Venom in the Dashers win. Declan Flanagan sends it back on in. Tim Delaney picks it up below the end line, gets it on over to Jacob Gagnon. Gagnon into the skates of Newman, who tried to get it back on over to Snyder. Gagnon around the wall, kept on in, and floated down low by Flanagan and Snyder to get it for Newman. Collision just inside the blue line of Madiorov and Snyder. Both guys back up, no call. Still has not been a man advantage for either side here tonight. After about 8 power play opportunities between the two in the previous affair. Newman, some nifty stick handling, but then hands it over to Zach Horn. Gloved down by Kyle Powell on the clearing attempt and sent right back into the center ice area. Pinball between the Dashers and the Wolves here for a few moments. So now here comes Watertown once again, starting it out of their own zone. It goes back to Slinger. Ping, pong, we go. Madiorov now with some room in the circle, looking to pass. Goes around the goal, back out to Slinger. Slinger gets a weak shot away with Bouchard down on his side. And the Dashers might have let an opportunity go awry there. It looked like Slinger got a little handcuff trying to get the shot away. And Bouchard able to finally now recover. 12 minutes and 12 seconds to go if you're an Angel number person from the David S. Palmer Arena. That might not even constitute one, but I still think it's cool. Chever's shot patted away by Rutherford. Around the wall, it comes to the point for Henning. Henning sends in a shot that goes off the wall, picked up by Carter Thornton. Wheeling back up to the point, gets it to Henning, tiptoeing the blue line, hits the brakes and shoots. Rutherford makes the save, the rebound. Thornton on his backhand, trying to jam it on goal, still loose. Rutherford laying down, does he have it? It looks like he does. Parker Rutherford with another flurry of big-time saves here around the 11:40 mark. The Dashers will get a full change before this next face-off. Whalen and O'Reilly to do it. Quinn O'Reilly has a post to his credit here tonight, but unfortunately that won't show on the score sheet. But another big offensive threat for the Dashers as of late. Keep an eye on him to come up with a big-time goal. Gagnon looking back over for Levac. Swatted back into the offensive zone by Malott. O'Reilly harassing Lord with his stick. Lord with some effortless skating walks all the way down the ice. Gagnon picks his pocket eventually. Malott, nice to see he didn't miss more than a shift or two, as now he gets ridden hard into the boards, and another hand pass being indicated by the officials will bump the draw outside the blue line once more. .11 minutes and 12 seconds to go here in period 2, almost at the midway point. A really good crowd in attendance tonight for Cancer Awareness Night. Those jerseys will be out for, I believe, live auction after the game. So we'll see who's going to take home the first Mo Levac jersey. Grasby over to Gaeta. Cross ice for Dabari. Dabari on his backhand around the goal. Centers, and Rutherford on his bottom makes another big-time stop. Sewardson over the blue line. Looking to send one on goal. Jumanji comes in to help. Takes a big swing at that one. And now Rothie out to the point for Gagnon to shoot. The rebound, Jumanji trying to force it on goal. Still free. Sewardson shoots it, flutters it. No, it comes all the way out to Dabari, and Gagnon is able to track it down and sweep it in. Grasby once again with it. Door to door with him is Prexler. Already got an assist tonight to add to what has been a hot streak for him. Prexler through the legs pass to Sewardson. Sewardson tried to move it around the defender with a deke, and he gets taken down by Flanagan. And finally, we're going to get an indication for our first power play of the evening. It's going to belong to the Dashers, a Jenna Worth State Farm power play. So the Dashers will send out their number 1 unit, compiled of Justin Brosnan, the captain, Lucas Rothie, Zach Horn, Mo Levac, and Bruno Riley. Penalty kill unit for the Wolves includes Trevor Grasby, Ludlow Harris Jr., along with Trevor Newman taking the face-off, and Dominic Della Civita. Della Civita immediately sends it out of the zone. Declan Flanagan, the guilty party, gets a high sticking minor to open the door for the first Jenna Worth State Farm power play. See if the Dashers can do it for Jenna here. Rothie back over to Horn. Horn through the neutral zone will send it in deep. Be chased down by O'Reilly. He lets it go all the way by to the point for Rothie. Back down low, O'Reilly lets it by again, and it works out for Horn. Out to the point, Rothie. Over to Brosnan with room shoots. They score! Justin Brosnan, the captain, with the equalizer. On the power play, the Dashers cash in and convert. And it's 2-2. The 36-year-old senior citizen not show a ton of emotion out there, acting like he's been doing this for years, and he has. Playing in game number 402, gets the big tying goal there. And we're all even once again. I'd say that the rookies love Justin Brosnan as their captain, but their biggest pet peeve with him is that they don't see him smile ever on the ice. And that's just the kind of guy that Bros is, always so poised and ready for the next play. Takes a lot, or a big-time goal, for him to show some emotion. As now another quick shot from Jumanji goes up and out of play. Lucas Rothie credited with the assist to the liking of his family here. Zach Horn, the secondary. We're all even at 2 here, 9:21 to go. It's our second media timeout of the game. We will take it and be back in a moment from Danville, all tied at 2.
Looking for a delicious way to enjoy a healthy beverage? Stir Nutrition is Tilton's new healthy hangout. They provide a wide selection of protein shakes, energy drinks, and protein coffees of various sizes and flavors. They also have seasonal specials to fit the vibes just right. Come on in to meet the friendly staff at 1770 Georgetown Road, Suite B in Tilton, Illinois to see for yourself, or call 217-703-1374 to learn more. Just because it's cold outside doesn't mean you can't have a bounce house. Make your party one that the kids, and maybe some adults, will remember. Dishman Inflatables offers a wide variety of different sizes and styles of inflatable fun. They pride themselves on exceptional service and affordable prices that can make any day a celebration. Turn your backyard into a princess palace or a pirate ship. There's even dunk tanks available. Located in Bismarck, Illinois, Dishman Inflatables will continue to serve Vermilion County in both Illinois and Indiana for years to come. Follow Dishman Inflatables on Facebook.
Justin Brosnan ties it at 2. Shots are 20-16 in favor of the Wolves here in the game. 8-4 in the period in favor of the Wolves as well. Binghamton with a 4-2 lead on the Hat Tricks in the third period out in Connecticut. The Venom lead the Columbus River Dragons, who are games a couple wins away from punching their ticket to the postseason, but the Venom have really given them a run, up 1-0 in the third down in Georgia. Baton Rouge trails Athens 3-0 in Georgia as well in the third period. A scrum in the corner there for a brief moment. And trying to flip it out of the zone. Jumanji comes to run into McDonald. It gets back down low to Rothy. Monroe leads Mississippi 5-2 in Louisiana in the second period, as there's another big hit on Erdman into the wall by Ty Moore. Into the middle. Snyder picks it up in the circle. Backhand feed to Henner at the point. Henning shoots, and it gets knocked down, deflected back up inside the blue line still, so Snyder pinwheels it back down low. Moore slammed into the wall by Jumanji. And now here come the Dashers. Lucas Rothy up the near side. Slams on the brakes, and now a quick shot from a low angle on goal is turned aside by Bouchard. He'll be flipped back up and into the neutral zone once again. Nathan Malott back down low below the end line. Wheeling his way and then turns it over to Lord. Lord feeds it back for Thornton, 2-on-1. Good laydown from Jacob Gagnon, and then Horn sends it up and out of play. That's going to be an easy delay of game call. An error from Zach Horn will book him. And that's just one of those you scratch your head and say, I wish I had that one back. I remember Brad Denny did that earlier in the season. And Horn just, of course, after the 2-on-1 was snuffed out, trying to bank the puck off the wall and try and clear the zone. Instead, he sends it out of play, and Watertown's league second best man advantage unit will go to work for the first time tonight. Grasby and Sewardson will do it. Face-off is won by the Dashers, and Jumanji sends it up and into the Dasher bench. So unfortunately, they can't clear it yet again. Just 4 seconds bleed off that clock before we do it again. 7:58 to go. It's our first Carnegie Dump Star penalty kill for the Dashers. Sewardson loses this face-off to Grasby this time. Della Civita back over to Dabari. Up to Della Civita again. Dabari at the circle. Cross ice for Lord. Lord shoots. Save Rutherford. Still free. And Sewardson punches it back out of the zone. A nice clear by him there. Jacob Gagnon was peeling down low for a minute there to provide some effort on the forecheck. 25% of the way through this man advantage for the Wolves. Lord hits the brakes. He's got all the time and space that he needs over on that right wing. No look pass for Dabari at the dot. Sends one that ricochets off of Gaeta back over to Lord. Lord shakes off Gagnon, gets to the top of the key, sauces one on over to Dabari on the near side. Back for Lord. Lord shot, tipped and just over the shelf of the goal. Oh, that one was almost another tough deflection. That would have made it a 3-2 Wolves lead once again. All even at 2 though. Lord back around the wall. Picked up by Grasby. Hit by Andrew Utero for a moment. And now Watertown will start their breakout here with 45 seconds to go on their man advantage. Pass to the middle, tipped, and they score. Oh, that tip couldn't have been any better from Chase Dabari. Just found that keyhole in the 5 spot of Parker Rutherford. Taps it home, and Watertown on the power play. Answers right back, it's 3-2. Looked like Rutherford was in motion sliding, and since his legs were open a little bit, that tip did just enough to find the 5 hole, and another one of those you can just throw your head to the heavens if you're either Parker Rutherford or Zach Horn and say, would like another shot at that one, but still very tough in those fast situations charging at the net. So not to fault Rutherford. Back over it goes to Moore. Moore flings it on in all the way around Rutherford. Picked up by Chevers. Quinn Chevers run into the wall by Sewardson. Has his pocket picked by Ian Erdman. Shoved up the wall and sent on out by Prexler. Actually, no, in fact. Kyle Powell with a good effort keeps it in. Dabari goes down awkwardly after some contact with Delaney. Delaney looking to get it out of the zone. Sewardson gets hit by Chevers. And now the puck sent in deep. Back around the wall by Whalen. It goes to Moore. Moore hesitates for a moment and then flips it in the neutral zone. Jacob Gagnon gloves it down, sends it over for Prexler. Prexler darting back below the end line. Still holding on his forehand, shielding the puck. Backhands one into the corner for Sewardson. Swept down low for Madiorov. Madiorov couldn't get it to his forehand in time, and the play's broken up. He rescues the puck back. Prexler being ridden hard by Ty Moore. Moore's got him in a bear hug there for a moment, it looked like. Prexler really unhappy. As now Malott just out of the bandwidth of Utero. Goes in deep. Madiorov in a race, and they'll wave off the icing as Flanagan got a little too casual there. 5 minutes to go here in period 2. A 1-goal game, the Wolves in front. Devin Dobek, Carson Brown, Lincoln Mackin along with you. Another quick shot from Lord is turned aside by Rutherford and Malott. And Lord now getting tangled up outside the blue paint. And we get a whistle for our final media timeout of period 2. We will take it. The Wolves with a 3-2 advantage on Chase Dabari's big-time tip-in goal, his 8th of the season. We'll be back in a moment to Danville.
Midwest Asphalt specializes in a wide range of services, including asphalt contracting, which includes seal coating, line striping, and patchwork, earthwork, like grading, foundation work, excavation, sewer and water services, and site clearing, concrete services for walls, floors, foundations, sidewalks, and parking lots, and property demolition, industrial, residential, commercial demolition, and concrete removal. They are locally owned and operated by highly trained professional crews with emergency services available. Visit MidwestAsphaltCo.com to request a free estimate or call 217-446-3350. Gilbert Street Cafe serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They offer all of their menu options at any time of the day to satisfy any mood you find yourself in. They offer a variety of your favorite salads, sandwiches, burgers, and Italian dishes. Gilbert Street Cafe is a casual-style family restaurant in a comfortable, modern, and friendly environment. They are open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Feel free to place an order online for takeout or come and dine inside. Their friendly staff will greet you as part of their own family. You can call at 217-213-6169 or visit 628 North Gilbert Street in Danville. Gilbert Street Cafe is a proud sponsor of the Dashers Hockey Club.
Inside 5 minutes to go here. The Wolves with a 3-2 advantage with their power play goal after the Zach Horn delay a game penalty. Out at the blue line, Henning sends in a floater of a shot that Rutherford has to punch out of midair. Back over into the corner. Another shot goes high off the crossbar. Rutherford got beat on the near side, and the Dashers dodge a bullet. Gagnon, a good stick lift, gets it back to Zach Horn. Horn looking to center one. It goes for Gagnon. Gagnon's shot flutters up and over to the far side. Madiorov just had his stick chopped out of his hand, and then a little extra from McDonald there. And now it looks like McDonald's going to go serve. So Madiorov does his job, doesn't retaliate, of course, stuck up for his teammates last night and jumped Chase Dabari after an awkward play with Andrew Utero. But Madiorov draws the call, and the Dasher man advantage will go back to work. They're 1 for 1 on the night. Justin Brosnan with a power play goal. Same number 1 unit is out there, except Nathan Malott fills in for Lucas Rothi on the defensive side of things. Malott, who scored his first goal last night, gives it over to Horn, back for Malott. Malott, back, pass down low, Brosnan shelves one, a bottle popper, ties it at 3. Bing, bang, boom. What vision from Nathan Malott down low to O'Reilly, who finds Brosnan on the doorstep, and we're all tied at 3. Justin Brosnan with his 10th of the season ties the game once again on the power play. Looked like the Wolves were a little bit upset down low. I'm not sure if Bouchard got run into, but regardless, what a beautiful goal. Great vision from both Malott and O'Reilly. Unselfish place to set up Brosnan, and that's got to be Dashers hockey going forward. Really good effort. Sewardson has it taken away by Della Civita. Now it's Prexler running into Gaeta. Now into the middle. Sewardson tried to jam it on goal, gets it back in front, but the pass a little too hot off the stick of Prexler. Now Gaeta once again gives it back away to Grasby, who sweeps one just outside the paint into the near side corner. Gaeta picks it back on up, and then he'll take down Prexler. He throws a cross check into Prexler, or rather that's Rothy in the corner. Sewardson trying to fight it out of the zone. Rothy down on all fours once again. It goes back over to Harris. 3.5 minutes to go here in a 3-3 hockey game. Can't miss entertainment here as Jumanji works it out of the zone. And the puck will be sent up and out of play this time. That will be another face-off. 3 minutes and 24 seconds to go here, period 2. What a fun game we've had for you thus far. Still waiting for them to add the Brosnan tally on the scoreboard. The shots are in favor of the Wolves here, about 26-18 in the game thus far. Ian McDonald, or rather Chase Tabari, gains the line, trying to get it back over to Gaeta. Levac battling on the near side wall. Instead it comes back over to Grasby, who's getting run into by O'Reilly. Back below the end line, it's Grasby once again. O'Reilly continuing to ride him door to door. Gaeta somehow found it on his forehand and forced a shot on goal that Rutherford made a blocker save on. Another touch pass, Gaeta trying to get it back over to Tabari. And now Rutherford jumps on this one again, still free, an extra whack at it. And Gaeta not happy with the whistle that time. Grasby also wants an explanation. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Pretty cool, though, on Cancer Awareness Night. The Dashers, with their I Fight For signs on the back of the glass, showing that they're playing for a bunch of people. The Wolves even have some pinned or taped on the back of their glass, but pretty cool moment. Levac over the blue line. Brosnan's got it now. Pinching down low, backhands one through the crease. It comes all the way out to Delaney. Had a little trouble settling it. Knocks it back down low where Brosnan picks it up. Brosnan in front looking for Slinger. Slinger stick lift doesn't work out. Flanagan frees up the puck, and now here come the Wolves back the other way. Snyder looking for Chevers, who might have had a break in all by himself. Couldn't complete the play. Madiorov with it once again. Drop pass for Delaney. Delaney swing and a miss, turns it over. Save on Snyder by Rutherford. Nick Snyder with a big opportunity by himself, and Rutherford comes up bigger. Slinger. It's run into the wall with a nice hit by Quinn Chevers. 4-man scrum. Everybody trying to fish the puck out of the deadlock. It belongs now to Newman. Newman blows a tire on his own. Referee's arms stay by their side, and now O'Reilly might have given a slash back to Henning. Slinger goes back around his goal with Dustin Henning door to door on the forecheck. Now run back into position as now Horn has a little trouble with that pass. McDonald flips it off of Madiorov, but into the Dashers' end. Slinger, quick brief move to his backhand, shoots one from the neutral ice area, and it will be held by Bouchard once again. Minute 16 to go. And we'll have another face-off. Well, last night it was 4-4 heading into the third and final frame. Right now it's 3-3. Doesn't it seem fitting? This has been an action-packed weekend. Ups, downs, roller coaster. We've got both Wolves and Dashers fans in the house on our stream. Appreciate everybody joining us for FPHL action. As now Gagnon trying to track down Thornton. Gets in front of him. A play on the back door. Flipped up and over Rutherford once again. The Dashers dodge another bullet there. Horn now. A nice move. Goes in 2-on-2. Slams on the brakes. Forces one in the direction of Bouchard, and it never got through. As now this one will be sent all the way the length of the ice, and we'll get set for another icing back in the Watertown end. Just a tick inside 50 seconds here. 3-3 hockey game, of course. Early and late goals have been something to reckon with if you're the Watertown Wolves, so we'll keep an eye on that. Utero has his shot go well wide to the far side. Gagnon then from outside the circle spins one on goal, turned aside by Bouchard. Shots are 18-7 Wolves in the second period, 30-19 in the game in favor of the same team. The assists on the Brosnan goal go to, of course, Malott and O'Reilly, as mentioned. But a fun night of hockey nonetheless. Dashers 2 for 2 on the power play. I'll tell you what, under Paul McLean, the power play unit has gotten drastically better against a Watertown Kill who has struggled this season. 11th in the league coming into the weekend. And of course, they've now surrendered 3 power play goals through 5 periods here this week. Ludlow Harris with 20 seconds to go in the second period sends this one the length, but it was touched in deep. Malott now. Back up for Sewardson. Picked up by Prexler, who flips it in the neutral zone. Della Civita gives it back for Jumanji. Jumanji trying to weave through some traffic. Has it taken away. 4 seconds to go. Looks like they're just going to tie it on the end wall. Jumanji will give another quick effort, and now the referees will step in as the final horn sounds with the score. The Dashers 3, the Watertown Wolves 3. Back and forth we go. It was 1-0 Dashers. It was 2-1 Wolves. And then it was 2-2, 3-2 Wolves, and now 3-3 once again. But what a night of hockey we have for you. Still 20 more minutes for you. On the edge of your seat, you're going to have to wait another 18 minutes, but you don't want to go anywhere. Wolves and the Dashers, final period between these two division foes will be on tap for you in a few moments from the David S. Palmer.
Nuts About Bolts is a family and locally owned hardware store that has been open since 2015. Offering a wide range of products, they have the missing piece for your next project. If they don't have what you're looking for in stock, they can happily order it for you. Nuts About Bolts offers delivery services with no minimum purchase amount required. They take pride in their prices and friendly service. First-time customers get 10% off their first purchase. Additionally, Nuts About Bolts accepts returns up to 30 days after your purchase. They are open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. and on Saturday from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. You can call at 217-516-3186 or visit them at 812 Warrington Avenue in Danville to learn more. Nuts About Bolts is a proud sponsor of Dashers Hockey.
This is no ordinary cup. This Scooter's coffee cup was served with a genuine so good to see you again smile. This cup has a little boost of energy just for you. This cup came with extra whip for good luck.
We lost!
You'll get them next time. This Scooter's coffee cup was made by your favorite barista for her favorite customer. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Scoot on around. We know a lot of people are hurting right now, and the Gold Rush is here to help. We are looking to fill our shelves with your pre-owned items. We pay top dollar for your jewelry, TVs, laptops, tablets, gaming systems, tools, musical equipment, coins, and much more. The Gold Rush Pawn Shop is Vermilion County's best pawn shop, as voted by the Commercial News Reader's Choice Awards for the last 20 years. We have 2 locations to serve you best. The Gold Rush at 20 North Hazel Street in Danville, and Gold Rush 2 at 41 East Main in Champaign.
Toyota of Danville is car shopping made easy. They provide a vast selection of new and used vehicles along with exceptional care. Car loans and financing are also available. Toyota of Danville prides themselves on their commitment to amazing customer experiences. They also have a service center to ensure the vehicle you purchase will be up to par and on the road for years to come. While you wait on service or parts, they have a wide variety of thoughtful amenities to enhance your experience. Come on down and see what Toyota of Danville can offer you. Toyota of Danville is located at 2106 Georgetown Road in Tilton, Illinois. You can search their new and used vehicles or parts inventory online. Feel free to schedule a visit for service. Visit toyotaofdanville.com or call 217-442-8474 to learn more. Toyota of Danville, the fun place to buy.
It's time to come home to Carpet Weaver's Flooring and Furniture Gallery.
We don't want you to just like your new floors. We want you to love them.
From waterproof floors and carpet to furniture and design advice.
You've got a team of experts on your side.
Now get our best prices of the season on every carpet and floor. Complete your room with furniture and accessories. Buy it all with free financing too. Come home to Carpet Weavers,
Where floors,
Furniture,
and family meet.
Just because it's cold outside doesn't mean you can't have a bounce house. Make your party one that the kids, and maybe some adults, will remember. Dishman Inflatables offers a wide variety of different sizes and styles of inflatable fun. They pride themselves on exceptional service and affordable prices that can make any day a celebration. Turn your backyard into a princess palace or a pirate ship. There's even dunk tanks available. Located in Bismarck, Illinois, Dishman Inflatables will continue to serve Vermilion County in both Illinois and Indiana for years to come. Follow Dishman Inflatables on Facebook or call 217-474-6319 to learn more. Dishman Inflatables. We rent you the fun for your party. Wilson's Complete Auto and Transmission LLC has been a full-service auto repair shop in Danville, Illinois since 1955. They specialize in full-service auto repair, transmission, and brakes. Their technicians have years of experience and are ASE certified. They're looking forward to growing their business and continuing to serve the Danville and surrounding areas. They'd like to personally invite you to stop in today for auto repair and maintenance. Visit wilsonscompleteauto.com or call 217-442-3382 to learn more. Watchfire empowers businesses to stand out, differentiate themselves, and create a strong market presence. They have developed an advertising solution capable of delivering affordable, effective, and immediate communication that drives revenue. Every aspect of their display hardware, content management software, and ongoing services are built around giving you the greatest tools available to help grow your business. Their world-class engineering team crafts each design and specifies each component to deliver worry-free performance and longevity. Their designs are thoughtful and intentional, aimed at delivering unparalleled uptime and stunning visual performance to a variety of different venues. Watchfire LED sign products carry their commitment to excellence and include the industry-best parts and factory labor warranties. Watchfire, the industry leader in quality, reliability, and customer service. Visit watchfiresigns.com or call 217-442-0611 to learn more.
Winter's coming. Think your furnace is good to go but want to be sure? For a limited time, CU Trade Services Kashevsky Heating and Air is offering a $65 basic operational check to get you ready for the cold. Need plumbing or electrical work too? CU Trade Services Kashevsky Heating and Air now proudly serves the Danville area for heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. Call CU Trade Services Kashevsky Heating and Air now to book your basic furnace operational check at 217-442-1454 or visit cutradeservices.com today.
Sleep Inn and Suites in Danville offer a simply stylish sanctuary near the Danville Area Community College. Their wide variety of amenities and accommodations make it the place to stay for anyone. Make yourself at home in one of their 76 individually furnished guest rooms, featuring refrigerators and microwaves. Your pillow-top bed comes with premium bedding. Wired and wireless internet access is complimentary, while 32-inch flat-screen televisions with cable programming provide the entertainment. Private bathrooms with showers feature complimentary toiletries and hair dryers. A complimentary full breakfast is served on weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. and on weekends from 6:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Conveniently located off of I-74, they are also within driving distance from several local sites and destinations, including Bunker Hill and Kennecook County Park, the David S. Palmer Arena, and the Village Mall. Looking for a delicious way to enjoy a healthy beverage? Stir Nutrition is Tilton's new healthy hangout. They provide a wide selection of protein shakes, energy drinks, and protein coffees of various sizes and flavors. They also have seasonal specials to fit the vibes just right. Come on in to meet the friendly staff at 1770 Georgetown Road, Suite B in Tilton, Illinois to see for yourself or call 217-703-1374 to learn more. Gilbert Street Cafe serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They offer all of their menu options at any time of the day to satisfy any mood you find yourself in. They offer a variety of your favorite salads, sandwiches, burgers, and Italian dishes. Gilbert Street Cafe is a casual-style family restaurant in a comfortable, modern, and friendly environment. They are open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Feel free to place an order online for takeout or come and dine inside. Their friendly staff will greet you as part of their own family. You can call at 217-213-6169 or visit 628 North Gilbert Street in Danville. Gilbert Street Cafe is a proud sponsor of the Dashers Hockey Club.
Jocko's features legendary pizza and so much more. Imagine all your favorite ingredients piled high on Jocko's crispy, crackery thin, or New York-style crust, plus many delectable signature pizzas. Jocko's award-winning loaded farm-fresh salad bar has the best selection in town and goes perfect with their daily homemade soups. Our extensive menu is comprised of a large variety of appetizers, hearty sandwiches, several entrees, including savory pasta and luscious desserts, wet your whistle signature wines, and craft beer specials. There is always something new to discover at Jocko's, so don't miss our daily and monthly specials. Kids of all ages will love the model trains and daily games on the big screens. We welcome groups of all sizes or enjoy the comfort of a homemade meal in the convenience of your home or office from their bountiful selection on the catering menu. Jocko's, rocking your taste buds since 1972, Gilbert and Williams, Danville, Illinois.
The solar industry has come a long way since it got its start. With lower installation costs, greater output and storage options, and financial incentives for getting started, now is a great time to add solar to your home. Rector Solar and Roofing is your neighborhood authority in the solar industry. They are experienced roofers who know the value of solar and strive to put it to work in our community. They can dispel the myths surrounding solar and give you trusted advice that's accurate to your home. Visit rectorsolar.com to request a free quote or call 217-281-7000. Midwest Asphalt specializes in a wide range of services including asphalt contracting, which includes seal coating, line striping, and patchwork, earthwork like grading, foundation work, excavation, sewer and water services, and site clearing, concrete services for walls, floors, foundations, sidewalks, and parking lots, and property demolition, industrial, residential, commercial demolition, and concrete removal. They are locally owned and operated by highly trained professional crews with emergency services available. Visit MidwestAsphaltCo.com to request a free estimate or call 217-446-3350.
One word I use to describe Fisher National Bank is caring. Caring is taking care of the customer's needs, not just their financial needs, their family needs, their community needs. We participate in the community. We support the school like no one else in town. We look at what we can do not as how it affects our bottom line, but is it the right thing to do? Are we good members of the community? We're not just taking from the community, and I think that's what we do best. I've got so many customers that just will come in and spend an hour, and before you know it, the day is gone, and I look and say, oh gosh, I didn't get things done. But you did get something done. You spent time with someone, you learn more about them, they learn more about you. It makes for a better day, it makes for a better business.
Fisher National Bank, member FDIC.
Winter or summer?
Winter.
Country or rap music?
Country.
Glove or blocker?
Glove.
Butterfly or scorpion save?
Scorpion.
Salt or pepper?
Salt.
Text or call?
Text.
Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Movies or TV shows?
Movies.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Go out or stay in?
Stay in.
Peanut butter or jelly?
Peanut butter.
Weights or cardio?
Weights.
Pixar or DreamWorks?
Yeah. Pixar.
Eat out or eat in?
Eat in.
Road trip or home game?
Home game.
Danville or anywhere else?
Danville.
Take a hit, shoot me down, shoot me down. I won't ever hit the ground, hit the ground. Playing dead I'll never do. Gotta keep an eye on you. Patience is wearing thin, paper thin. Promises broke again. What a sin, but it only feeds my energy. So don't expect no sympathy. Smoke, fire, it's all going up. Don't you know I ain't afraid to shed a little blood? Smoke, fire, flares are going up, flares are going up. Oh, won't wave my white flag, no. This time I won't let go. I'd rather die than give up the fight, give up the fight, give up the fight, give up the fight. Won't wave my white flag, no. Oh, I won't go down slow. I'd rather die than give up the fight, give up the fight, give up the fight, give up the fight. Put an X on my chest, but I'm still standing, 'cause I won't forget the hell on earth you put me through. I'll save myself in spite of you. Smoke, fire, it's all going up. Don't you know I ain't afraid to shed a little blood? Smoke, fire, flares are going up, flares are going up. Oh, won't wave my white flag, no. This time I won't let go. I'd rather die than give up the fight, give up the fight, give up the fight, give up the fight. Won't wave my white flag, no. Oh, I won't go down slow. I'd rather die than give up the fight, give up the fight, give up the fight, give up the fight. Oh, 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 oh. White flag, never going up, no, no. White flag, never going up, no, no. White flag, never going up, no, no. Oh, won't wave my white flag, no. This time I won't let go. I'd rather die than give up the fight, give up the fight, give up the fight, give up the fight. Won't wave my white flag, no. Oh, I won't go down slow. I'd rather die than give up the fight, give up the fight, give up the fight, give up the fight.
And we welcome you back, getting set for period 3 here. Devin Dobeck, Carson Brown, Lincoln Mackin along with you. We'll walk you through our game summary once again through 2 periods. The scoring open with Yusuke Jumanji's 3rd of the season at 10:19 in period 1. Newman scored just a few moments later at 11:06, his 15th of the season. Ludlow Harris then 38 seconds after that makes it 2-1 Watertown. We go to the first intermission. In that last period, Justin Bronson evened the game on the power play at the 10:20 mark. The first man advantage either side has had here tonight. He scores on the power play from Rothy and Horn. And then Watertown, after a delay of game minor assessed to Zach Horn, goes to work. Jabari's tip-in goal, 8th of the season, makes it 3-2 Wolves. Finally, Justin Bronson back to the power play, scores his 10th of the season. That's a new team high from Malott and Quinn O'Reilly on a beautiful tic-tac-toe play to even the score at 3-a-side. Let's take a look quickly as well at tonight's game stats between these two teams. The shots are 30-19 in favor of the Wolves. They've begun to pull away. The score is 3-3. There's always something with one of these graphics, but every man advantage opportunity has resulted in a goal here. As the officials at center ice, Kevin Mallon's going to drop this puck. The last period of his career. He just took a lap before the start of period 3 all by himself, got an ovation from the crowd. But once again, congratulations to Kevin Mallon and his family on his retirement, and appreciate everything he's done for officiating across his 30-plus year career at a whole bunch of different levels. So huge shout out as there's another quick odd man opportunity. O'Reilly shoots, and that one, I think they're going to want to look back at the film. The Dashers had a 3-on-1 with Levac, and another body, and O'Reilly just took a shot from above the circle. So maybe one they'd like to have had back there, but he'll slide in to take the draw once again. Levac's out there with Bronson along with O'Reilly. It's one back. Bronson bumps into Thornton as the puck escapes up and out of the zone. 30 seconds gone by here in period 3. Gagnon slowing things down behind his own goal. Starts the breakout on over to O'Reilly. Nice stick lift by Gagnon. Allows it to be forced out of the zone. Bronson goes out for a change. Now here comes Whalen, turning it over to Jumanji, fresh off the bench, and O'Reilly pounds it back down low to complete the change. Here comes Lord, wheeling from behind his own goal through the neutral zone, drops it on off to Trevor Grasby. Down low, Lord is cut off by Erdman. Grasby, backhand feed, back over for Harris. D-to-D for De La Civita, and it goes just wide, bleeding through the blue paint and just by the near side post. Rutherford dodges a bullet there. Luckily, there was a stick tied up on the back post. I believe that was Erdman in defense. As this one deflects up and into the crowd for a lucky fan off of Sewardton's stick. But it has been a fun weekend of hockey. Watertown with a 6-5 victory last night, of course, scored the game winner, Trevor Lord, with inside 2 seconds to play in regulation after they were trailing by a goal with 4 minutes to go. And now we've got a 3-3 game in the third here. The threes are wild tonight. Jumanji run into the wall by Dabari. Now it's Delaney. Has his stick tied up as the puck goes into the corner. Sewardson looking to knock it back around. Out of the scrum with the puck comes Grasby. Grasby thought about cutting to the middle. Instead sends it up to the point for Dabari. Swung back on in, and Rutherford steers it aside. Gaeta gets it back over to Grasby. Outside the circle, he'll wheel up to the point. Spins it back down low for Gaeta. Pinned into the wall once again by Slinger. Slinger looking for some help, and he will get it from Sewardson. But the possession still belongs to the Wolves. Fishing it free is Dabari. Dabari gives it back away to Sewardson. Bank pass for Prexler. Prexler tried to feed it back through to Jumanji, who's got a goal here tonight. Sewardson, Michigan native. Fiance's in the house tonight as well. Let's see if he can pull off some heroics here in the third as Gaeta gets run into by the shoulder of Sewardson. Freed the puck up for a moment, but Watertown maintains control. Sent back into the corner. Zach Slinger picks it back up. The defenseman, 5'11", 185 out of Faribault, Minnesota. 21-year-old rookie. As now Madiorov gets it back on his forehand, jams one on goal. The save's made by Bouchard. Tried to get it back to Utero, but it's numbers the other way for the Wolves. An area pass finds Chevers as Snyder goes deep into the crease, and Jacob Gagnon lets him know he's there to protect his goaltender. The new roommates, the newest roommates in Danville, Jacob Gagnon and Parker Rutherford. Zach Horn will glide in to take the face-off against Trevor Newman. Face-off is controlled by Newman. Shot from the point by DeBari goes, or rather by McDonald, misses everything. Henning wraps it around the wall. Chevers will pick it up. Sends it back down low. It goes over the blade of the stick of Snyder. Madiorov and Henning collide in the end wall. Malat sweeps it back up just inside the blue line. Shot comes all the way in on Rutherford, and he'll grab it once again to make another save. About 3.5 minutes gone by here. Neither team willing to budge, but Watertown's had the majority of the looks early on. Also, I believe I mentioned it earlier, but I'll say it again. Jawan Davis is in the house tonight after getting stitched up and tested for a concussion. He's here in the building. Of course, wasn't going to play tonight, but nice to see him out and about, shaking some hands of fans and, of course, getting an ovation. But happy to have Juju along with us as Levac flips it over to the far side. Justin Brosing comes out to help his new and old teammate. Levac. Pass out of the reach of O'Reilly. O'Reilly on goal. The rebound. Brosnan took an extra stab at it and almost found a home. A Let's Go Dashers chant emerging from inside the walls of the David S. Palmer. It goes the length here in this 1981 barn. The full 180 feet. And we'll return back to the Watertown end. 15:49 to go in the third. Sewardson will square off now with Andrew Whalen on the face-off circle. Face-off is tied up. Sewardson pushes it forward. It's controlled by Della Civita. Jumanji forces a turnover. Out to Prexler, who shoots. Save made by Bouchard. Might have caught a piece of the post, in fact. TJ Prexler, if he's got time and space to shoot, has one of the most underrated wrist shots on the Dashers. When he uncorks that thing, look out. We saw it in his debut for the Dashers out in Topeka in that first period of action. And we've been seeing it a lot as of late as Sewardson is going to get booked for a trip here. Trevor Lord goes down low. Sewardson not happy, thought maybe a little bit of an embellishment. And Lord says, nope, your stick was between my legs. And so now Watertown will go back to work. Every man advantage opportunity has resulted in a goal thus far. Will the precedent remain the same between the Wolves and the Dashers here? Just the second power play for the Wolves. The Dashers have had 2 of their own. 3 power play goals in the game to date. As faceoff is tied up. 1 away eventually by the Wolves. Gaeta out to the point for Della Civita. To the near side for Lord. Lord pinches in for a moment. Gets it back to Della Civita. On over for a cross-ice feed. Lord shoots. Rutherford to save the rebound. Gaeta couldn't find the twine. Lord to the top of the key for Della Civita on the far side. A touch pass picked off by Jumanji, and he's able to muscle it out of the zone. But Jacob Gagnon might skate with it a little bit. Surveying, shoots one, and that one tipped wide. Jumanji swings it back into the circle, or rather into the end wall, and Watertown will start things again. 80 seconds to go on their man advantage. Toe drag move, snuffed out and cleared by Malat. Nathan Malat, another guy who's really stepped up amidst all these defensive changes. Of course, no Colton Wyzak, no Connor Mullins. Sean Gore just departed from the team. As Erdman with a nice hit there on Lord. Lord's going to then go try and cross-check him in the face. Here we go. Erdman now with his former teammate Lord. I mean, he's trying to get Erdman exclusively. But Lord, you're going to go as well, my friend. So Trevor Lord will be assessed for likely roughing. And he bangs his stick on the window as Dasher Nation welcomes him to the penalty box. So they won't get Erdman, as Lord definitely started that entire altercation, but we hit our first media timeout. Dashers will have to kill another 57 seconds of 4-on-4 before they go to work on their third power play. We'll be back in a moment to Danville.
Smooth, goes down easy. I'd get a 6-pack every game.
Yeah, big beer guy, IPL. It's like Belgium. Nice.
It's really smooth.
Delicious.
It's actually really good. It tastes like an orange. Oh, that's delicious.
Shout out Riggs Beer Company.
Yep. That's really good. Love this can.
Okay. 10 out of 10.
Never drink another beer again.
So Watertown will have a 4-on-4 for 57 seconds before they go a man down, and the Dashers will go back to a Genworth State Farm power play. Jumanji will take this face-off up against Trevor Newman. It's tied up by Newman. He wins it back to Della Civita. Up the wall, it's going to be held by Grasby for a moment. Sent back on over for Della Civita. So it's a roughing minor, as I predicted, to Trevor Lord. Erdman just trying to hold his own after the way that all transpired, as Watertown's going to get caught offside here. And Grasby will grab the puck and take it back outside the blue line. So still 39 seconds for Blake Sewardson in prison. Gagnon banks it back around the wall for Erdman. Erdman touches it for Prexler, but it took a funny carom and goes into the offensive zone where it's picked off by Grasby. Inside 14 minutes to play here in the third period of action. What a game we've had thus far between the Wolves and the Dashers. What a weekend for that matter. So Erdman goes down into the wall there. Looked like on his own. No call. Seems like the right one from the officials. Della Civita through the circle. Shoots in traffic. Blocked away in front. Then Erdman with a nice hit on Ludlow Harris, who wins the puck back. Gets it between the circles on his backhand around the goal. All kinds of chaos in front. And the Dashers are going to just push the net off. And it looks like tensions are beginning to boil here between these two teams. So since the Dashers pushed the net off, they're going to have to keep the same personnel group out there, consisting of Sewardson, Erdman, Gagnon, Prexler, and Jumanji. And honestly, they're lucky they didn't get a penalty for that, unless the net was off and then they forced it off more. But it definitely stopped the play. Understandably so. I'm sure there's some Watertown Wolves fans wondering why there was nothing called, but looked like just all kinds of chaos in the crease. And I will say the officials have been good tonight and consistent. Gagnon below the end line, banks it back around the wall. The third Genworth State Farm power play for the Dashers. Gagnon's got it back. Around the wall he goes to Malott. Malott off the near side, over to Quinn O'Reilly. Numbers for the Dashers now. O'Reilly through the circle, tries to shoot. It got blocked down in front. He takes down Henning with him after a good play on the back end by Dustin Henning. The 40-year-old sensation. O'Reilly, cross ice feed, back over for Malott. Malott in his backhand carries it into the zone. An area pass Brozin can't catch up to, but knocks it down when Powell tried to clear. Levac comes to help his friend Brozin. Out to the point, Malott keeps it in just barely. Spins it back down low where O'Reilly comes to dig it out of trouble. O'Reilly through the hash. Tried to get it back over to Horn. It's picked off by Lord. And now here come the Wolves back in the other direction. 12 minutes to go. Back to even strength here in the third period in Danville. Over for Harris. Harris sending one in front. It was tipped by Lord, and he almost made it a 4-3 game. Is now O'Reilly tangled up with Lord. Those two continue to battle in the end wall. Levac flips it out of the zone. Harris looking to go skate it down. No icing from the officials this time. Let's go Dashers. All kinds of banging on the bleachers as Mo Levac bats that one out of midair right into the beak of Ludlow Harris Jr. But he's one tough customer, the captain for the Wolves. Wears that one well, doesn't even get off the ice. Credit to him. Much respect after that. Another quick shot from in tight. Delaney trying to force it out of harm's way. Newman couldn't serpentine one back on goal. Picked up by Newman once again. It comes out to the point for Harris Jr. He'll pull down low, looking for some support. He's got it at the point, looking for Ty Moore. Newman cuts off the pass, and now Horn will try and skate it out. Della Civita dumps the puck in. Watertown will go for a much-needed change. Long, productive shift for them. Got a couple good looks. Approaching the midway point here in period 3. Who wants to be a hero in Danville? Slinger over to Sewardson. Sewardson carrying it up the near side. On the left wing now, tries to dance around with a windmill move on Flanagan. Slinger's quick shot might have hit his own teammate in Jumanji. Sewardson, a nice stick tie up, wins the puck back in the possession of the home team. Sewardson back around the goal. Banks it up to the point, but didn't have enough gas on it, so Rothy couldn't catch up to it. Dabari now, sending a pass down low. Gaeta tipped it. Another chance in front. Rutherford down on all fours. Swung on goal. Rutherford another save with a skate blade. Dustin Henning's mother's in the house tonight. She's pacing with all kinds of anxiety and nerves as Moore loses his bucket there. But yeah, of course, her son's had 4 stints in Danville. We're going to keep this one here and take a look at the standings, first in the Empire and the Continental. But Dustin, of course, has been here 4 times. He was the interim head coach. A lot of history here. And seeing the Dashers go against her son's Wolves is definitely tough to pick and choose sides between. But she'll go with her son, I would imagine, in his Watertown Wolves uniform. As we take a look at the Empire division, the Black Bears have clinched the division, so they'll have home ice advantage throughout the 2025 Commissioner's Cup race. 131 points for them. Danbury behind them with 93, followed by Port Huron with 87. They've got about a 4-game regulation lead on the Watertown Wolves, who have that 4th playoff spot. They'll likely be hosting the Motor City Rockers for a play-in game out at the Watertown Municipal Arena in New York. The Venom are not out yet, though. They trail by about 4+ regulation wins behind the Rockers to try and make a quick push for that final playoff spot, but those chances have dwindled by the day. They will start with a win against Columbus, which they have already done tonight, 1-0. Now the Continental Division real quick. We'll take a look at that. Only 2 seeds have punched their ticket to the playoffs. That's the Thunderbirds at the top with 113, 109 for Athens. Columbus right behind them with 86, followed by Baton Rouge, tied now with Blue Ridge. 77 points there. It'll be interesting to see who's going to host that 4v5 playoff game, but Columbus still needs to solidify that 3rd spot. So the door's wide open for anyone in the 3 through 5 spots, and then the Monroe Moccasins with an outside chance of jumping into that final playoff play-in spot, but it's going to be a gauntlet. And then, of course, the Mississippi Seawolves have also been eliminated along with the Dashers. The only 2 teams who've been eliminated thus far. Back over, it's Thornton. Sends a shot in from above the point. It goes well wide, picked up by Andrew Utero, former Blue Ridge Bobcat this season where he spent a handful of games. Going down hard into the wall is Erdman with Thornton. Now Madi Orov leads Utero, takes the area pass off the wall and shoots, and Bouchard makes another big timely save here. 9:20 to go in period 3. As the officials blow their whistle, shots are 23-38 in favor of the Wolves. So after it was 12-12 in the first, Watertown has controlled that department, outshooting the Dashers 8-4 in the 3rd period as well. But wrapping up around the league, Athens defeated Baton Rouge 4-0 in Georgia. Moccasins look like they're going to pick up a much-needed win, 5-2 over the Seawolves. Binghamton leads Danbury 5-2 in the third period, but that game coming down to the wire as Harris goes down this time in the neutral zone. Looks like some moans and groans from everybody in attendance. Maybe a bit of a taunt, but let's see if we've got any more out-of-town scores. There should be, yes, Port Huron defeated Motor City out in Port Huron in a rivalry game, 7-4 today. So Motor City now has lost back-to-back, and the Venom have won back-to-back. So it's really going to come down to the wire between those two teams for the final playoff spot. In the Empire Division, that is. Justin Brazen out of his own end looking to start the play. Back over it goes to O'Reilly, looking to touch it up the wall for Levac. O'Reilly would have been caught offside. The referees wave it off just barely, maybe by a couple hairs. Excuse me one moment. We've got a replay review issue, so I'm tending to that. It's knocked back in deep by Chevers. And now out of their own zone, here's Sewardson looking to float it into the offensive zone. Apologies, our replay review behind the goal went out, and I was trying to do some damage control. But, and of course, knowing the way these two teams have played each other, it's going to be some sort of photo finish. So we want to make sure everything is up to par coming down to the wire here. But 7:15 to go on Cancer Awareness Night. The Dashers tied 3-3 with the Wolves in their sixth and final battle of the season. Prexler's quick shot, the rebound, Sewardson on goal. Big save by Bouchard. Kept into the zone for a moment by Jumanji and now has to fight it back over to Rothy. Lucas Rothy barreling up the far side, collides with McDonald for a moment. It's sent in by Erdman and grabbed by Bouchard once again. 6:50 to go. And we'll get another whistle and a face-off. Can't ask for much better entertainment than this. Glad everybody's spending their Saturday night with us. We've got over 300 viewers once again after having upwards of 350 at one point last night. And of course, that's just the people tuned in, not even who's in the living room or in the car with you. Wherever you're watching, we're happy to bring you Dashers hockey. Hope you've enjoyed our stream. And happy to have you along board with myself, Devin Dobeck. My producer is Carson Brown. Lincoln Mackin's on the camera. Horn tried to win the draw, but Thornton is able to knock it back. Lord, cross-ice pass for Thornton. Slams on the brakes, goes back to Lord. Lord lost it for a moment, then got off a quick shot. Rutherford had just enough time to recover and make another big-time stop. Uturo hit hard into the wall by Della Civita. Good, hard, clean hit by the big defenseman on the far side. Della Civita, 6'1", 190 out of Trenton, Ontario. Into the neutral zone now. Gets through Uturo. Harris will send one off the wall, loaded it up, and sent it down low. Thornton on over for Grasby. Grasby harassed by Madiorov. He blows a tire, and now here come the Dashers. Drop pass for Horn. Horn shoots, and that one goes off of Harris Jr. A little ginger on that right leg after blocking that shot. But he'll continue on. Not his first time doing that, I'm sure. Dubari at center ice. Wheels back in his own zone for a moment, and now he'll start the charge from north to south. To the far side it goes. Gaeta tried to slap one on goal. Didn't get much of it. And now it's Mo Levac leading the charge, looking for some sort of help. He'll find it in Gagnon, but couldn't complete the passing play. Levac pins his body against the wall to knock the puck back down. Here's Grasby now in the other direction in transition. Saucer pass out of the reach of Gaeta, who tried to swat it down low. Gagnon sweeps it back over for Malat. Dubari and Malat battling on the near side wall. And now the Dashers will send it up. And down in on goal, Bouchard will be forced to cover. And now a couple slashes and some pushing and shoving. O'Reilly in the midst of that. We got some punches from Powell. Jumanji's looking to get in there. The referees are hugging both players. Powell's still swinging over at O'Reilly. And let's see how they sort all this out. I definitely got a little excited with the officiating last night, and for that I apologize. But it is a difficult job, man. When you're jumping in front of 2 6-foot-plus guys who are throwing rights back and forth, you got to watch your own head while trying to break them up. They did a pretty efficient job that time. Both those guys will likely go for roughing. But we'll take a quick break here. 4:54 remaining in the third period. It's our final media timeout. We'll take it right here on the Dashers Hockey Network.
Sleep Inn and Suites in Danville offer a simply stylish sanctuary near the Danville Area Community College. Their wide variety of amenities and accommodations make it the place to stay for anyone. Make yourself at home in one of their 76 individually furnished guest rooms, featuring refrigerators and microwaves. Your pillow-top bed comes with premium bedding. Wired and wireless internet access is complimentary, while 32-inch flat-screen televisions with cable programming provide the entertainment. Private bathrooms with showers feature complimentary toiletries and hairdryers. A complimentary full breakfast is served on weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. and on weekends from 6:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Conveniently located off of I-74, they are also within driving distance from several local sites and destinations, including Bunker Hill and Kennecook County Park, the David S. Palmer Arena, and the Village Mall.
It's time to come home to Carpet Weaver's Flooring and Furniture Gallery.
We don't want you to just like your new floors. We want you to love them.
From waterproof floors and carpet to furniture and design advice.
You've got a team of experts on your side.
Now get our best prices of the season on every carpet and floor. Complete your room with furniture and accessories. Buy it all with free financing too. Come home to Carpet Weavers.
We're floors,
Furniture.
And family meat.
Just saw one of the linesmen wiping some blood off of his face. So he definitely caught a punch as we're going to go 4-on-4 here, the officials deem. It's going to be O'Reilly and Kyle Powell serving 2 minutes each for roughing. But yeah, hopefully the linesman's okay. Seems to be okay. I'm sure he'll have a good story to tell his friends during the week. As now Gaeta tried to get it back over to Grasby. It's banked by Malott, picked up by Sewardson. Now here he comes. Joining the play is Gagnon with a burst of speed. Sewardson for Gagnon in front. And a save made by Bouchard coming out of his crease to cut off the passing play. And another big-time stop for him. Grasby sends one on goal, tipped up and over the net. Gagnon looking to catch up to Gaeta. Now down low, here's Lord, power moving to the goal, shoots. Rutherford the save, still loose. Oh, a swing and a miss by Harris. Harris had the game practically on his stick and just took a big cut and a miss, trying to bury it in the back door. Wow. Entertaining hockey nonetheless here. Shots on goal are 40-27 in favor of the Wolves, but in the period 10-8 also in favor of the Wolves. Face off this time won by the Dashers. Madiorov with a nice clean win that time. Back to Erdman. Erdman give and go with Madiorov, goes south, and now Rothy will have to collect the loose change. Trevor Lord runs into Rothy hard in front of the Watertown bench. Inside 4 minutes to go, 1 minute of 4-on-4 time. Down low, it's Rothy. Madiorov tried to sweep it back out to the point. It's picked up by Flanagan, backpedaling to the middle. Down low for Lord, tried to toe drag around the defensive Uturo, but it's knocked away. And the Dashers will start things from their own end once again. Paul McLean and Justin Coachman trying to see who can outduel the other. Levac and Brozin. Brozin's got it. Levac drives to the goal. Brozin tried to open up the blade and create some space. Instead gets it back to Levac after all. Down low for Brozin. Brozin looking to feed it in front for Malott. And it got deflected around, and now Watertown pushing the pace. 2-on-1 opportunity up against Gagnon, who makes a beautiful spinning defensive play, something that the Dashers have been missing since his departure at the beginning of January. Thornton, toe dragged around Gagnon that time. Malott pinches to help out, and now we're back to 5-on-5. Gagnon's going to take the ice he's got, and he's going to burn Grasby on the far side. Up the right wing, Gagnon's backhander is saved by Bouchard, and that will set us up for another face-off here. 2:45 to go, period 3. Welcoming fans from our out-of-town games now joining us on the Dashers stream. Dashers and the Wolves in back-to-back nights have put on a show. Arguably the best head-to-head matchup in the FPHL this weekend. 6-5 thrilling victory for the Wolves last night after trailing 3-0. And the Dashers have come back twice to even the game here at 3. Now another quick shot from Slinger, never got all the way through. Gaeta touches it by Slinger, back out to center ice. Tim Delaney will hold a quick shimmy shake, looking for options. He goes off the wall, but didn't get much on it. Prexler tried to help him out. It's dug away by Grasby. Slinger throws a shoulder into Grasby. Delaney has his stick tied up by Gaeta. And now it's picked up by Grasby again, out to the point. Loading up, quick shot from Della Civita, redirected in front, and Rutherford is able to hang on to that one for another face-off. 136 seconds remaining in period 3. Wow. Catch your breath here in Danville. What a game we've had for you thus far. As this face-off will be tied up and finally controlled by Watertown. They score on the back door. It's Gaeta once again. A back-breaking late third period goal. Oh, this has just been devastation for the Dashers here late. Watertown fired up as they go down the line. And Gaeta, who's been such a force to be reckoned with. Top 5 in the league in star points this season. 46 points coming into the weekend across 27 games. 74 between his two teams in the Venom and the Wolves this season. That number is now tickling 80. Always a threat, and he comes up big in a big moment to make it 4-3. Do the Dashers have it in them to tie it once again? They've done it twice tonight. Back over to the near side, the puck comes. Harris Jr. tried to float it back out of the zone. Comes just outside the blue line, held by Dabari, back for Gaeta. Gaeta shoots, and that one goes wide. Back off the end wall, Rutherford quick to recover. 100 seconds between now and the end of regulation time. When will Paul McLean pull his goaltender? Jumanji's shot flutters wide on the far side. Thornton then flips it almost into the bench. Everybody flinched. 2 punches each. Harris, a moon pass all the way down and in on Rutherford, who will jump on top of that one. Minute 16 to go. And we'll get set for another defensive zone draw for the Dashers. A silenced crowd of 771 inside the David S. Palmer Arena tonight. Cancer Awareness Night. Those jerseys will be up for auction after the game, but looks like Watertown has got the Dashers on the ropes right now. You need just some miracle from the hockey gods here. Paul McLean coaching against his former team where he won a championship in the Watertown Wolves, and as an assistant will pull Rutherford now. The net is empty. Justin Brazen joins as the extra skater. Ideally, if you're the Dashers, you want to find a way to get a whistle and an offensive zone draw to set up your captain for a big-time goal. Thornton knocks the puck out of midair. Levac trying to track it down. He overskated it. O'Reilly comes in to help his 6'3 center, and it's sent back down low. Save made by Rothy. 45 seconds to go in the third period. All kinds of noise being made. Let's go Dashers the chant. A turnover in front. On goal, they score. Andrew Whalen plants the dagger. Jacob Gagnon, in frustration, snaps his stick. And that will do it. 5-3 our score, still 38 seconds. That will likely be just a formality. Another gut-wrenching defeat. Dashers have not won in this building since October 25th of 2024. It's been 154 days since then. And yeah, this one is going to be added to the laundry list of heartbreakers for the Dashers this season. It's amazing. You look at their record and you think, you know, this team must get blown out all the time. What a terrible hockey team. Oh, we're going to call them the Rumblebees. But, man, do they know how to fight. They just can't find a way to win. They've found just about every way to lose this season. And this will be another really tough pill to swallow here heading into the upcoming week. 5 seconds more will bleed off the clock. And it looks like maybe one last quick chance for Sewardson, who jams one on goal, and now a little bit more pushing and shoving as Watertown will take the weekend sweep and the season series sweep. 6 games to none between these two teams. Those jerseys will go up for auction momentarily, but another devastating defeat for Parker Rutherford and the Dashers Hockey Club. Final score 5-3. Watertown gets the final 2 tallies in the third period to pull away. They took the lead with 2 minutes and 8 seconds left, with Gaeta finishing a feed from Dabari and Grasby to make it a 4-3 game, and then the empty netter from Wayland makes it 5-3. Heartbreak once again. The Dashers salute the crowd. Kevin Mallon, once again, congratulations on officiating your last game in professional hockey. And enjoy your retirement, Kevin. Appreciate everything you've done for the league. As we will get ready for our Dashers Hockey Club postgame show. If you're leaving us now, though, the final score one last time, the Dashers 5, the Wolves 3. The Wolves outshoot the Dashers 44-30 as we step aside and collect our thoughts. We'll be right back in a few moments for the Dashers Hockey Club postgame show. And we welcome you into yet another somber Dashers Hockey Club postgame show. It's a double bad day for me. I got my UMass Minutemen tie on. They lost in the second round of the NCAA tournament 2-1 after taking a 5-minute major, but that's not here or there. That's not why I'm here to talk to you. The Dashers fall to the Wolves for the 6th and final time this season. Heartbreaking fashion, a 3-3 game with 2 minutes and 8 seconds to play ultimately results in a 5-3 Wolves victory with a late goal from David Gaeta and the empty netter from Andrew Whalen. It was a fun game. Once again, I guess we'll start by saying congratulations to Kevin Mallon, the official, on his last professional game. Hope he enjoys retirement with his family. But yeah, just a tough one. The Dashers strike first. Yasuke Jumanji at the midway point in the first period bats home a goal after the initial shot from Prexler. The other assist goes to Sewardson. Then it's Trevor Newman evening the odds moments later. It took him less than a minute to tie it. The assists go to Harris and Whalen. And then 38 seconds after that, Harris gets one of his own from Thornton and Nick Snyder to make it 2-1. The shots 12-12 through a period. In period 2, Watertown opened the door for the Dasher man advantage for the first time of the night, and Justin Brozin scored his 9th of the season from Rothy and Horn to tie it at 2. Before 3 minutes later, Watertown gets their league second-best man advantage unit to go to work for the first time, and DeBari scores on a tip-in goal from Grasby and Della Civita to make it 3-2, until the Dashers a couple minutes after that go back to work on the power play, and Brozin finishes a tic-tac-toe goal from Nathan Malott and Quinn O'Reilly to tie it at 3. The shots 18-7 through the second period. And then finally, David Gaeta in the third period with 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go makes it a 4-3 game from DeBari and Grasby as Andrew Whalen adds the empty netter. It's a 5-3 game. Yeah, it's another tough one, Dasher Nation. You've been through a lot of tough ones. It's kind of crazy to think that out of all the close games there have been, the Dashers have found so many different ways to lose and just have had trouble harnessing ways to win, especially down the stretch. The clutch gene has not been on their side, but it's safe to say this team is improving every day. They seriously have taken a bunch of strides under Paul McLean. The offense is starting to click. 8 goals in the weekend, which is one of their better totals all season long. Of course, they scored 7 against the Venom last week. Power play's trending in the right direction. The penalty kill's gotten better. So everything trending in the right direction and cementing the foundation, the building blocks for going forward. The Dashers with 5 games left in this regular season, including next weekend. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday set with the Motor City Rockers. As Nick Gullo returns to town, it will be a 7:05 start on Friday, 7:05 start on Saturday, with a special surprise on Saturday that we'll be launching on our social media this week. So if you want to go to one more Dasher game, at least make it the Saturday game. And then 4:05 will be the final home game on Sunday against Motor City. After the game, a post-game skate with the players. So another really cool opportunity. Hope you can be in the house to join us here tonight. But yeah, just another really tough loss. The other 2 games after that will be the Blue Ridge Bobcats out in Wytheville on April 11th and 12th. But that just about wraps us up here. The players are getting ready to do their jersey auctions to help support cancer awareness. And a huge thank you to everybody who came out tonight. And our hearts are, of course, with everybody who's battling cancer, has battled cancer, has family who's battled cancer, or people who have lost a loved one to cancer, people who are really just in a terminal spot with cancer. Our hearts are with you, and of course some things are bigger than hockey. That's among them. So our hearts are with you. Thank you for being brave and fighting for us every step of the way. But that just about wraps us up here. On behalf of my media team, Lincoln Mackin, my cameraman, my producer Carson Brown, this is Devin Dobeck saying so long, and always remember to live the dream. We'll see you next weekend, Dasher Nation.